What is going on, people? Welcome back to another episode of McLaren Fan TV, the British Grand Prix, ladies and gentlemen. I'm joined by my co-host Mahad from the Pit Stop Fracker. My G, what is happening?
I'm all good. Some positives, some negatives. It seems like we say the same stuff every week, every race week. And it's always one individual that's performing badly and one individual that's performing well. We will leave the surprises. We'll let you guess.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yet again, another Grand Prix, as you said, one good, one bad, or whatever the case may be. I mean, I don't know what to think. First of all, Ferrari winning is one thing on the weekend. Carlos Sainz getting pole in qualifying and winning the race is another thing. And then, we're having Donny's finish behind Nicholas Latifi. What is happening, people? What on earth is going on? We need to talk. Big up to everybody. Big up to all the McLaren people in the building. Big up to the people that watch every single week. Nate, what's going on? Hope you are well, my G. Hope you're good. I said, I'm here for your suffering. Look at this guy, yeah? He's here for the suffering, people. And big up to Jay Starship as well. Let's go. Ready to talk. Yeah. Let's get into this. Big up to everyone that is currently commenting as well. If you're watching this video, by the way, make sure you do smash the like button, of course, and subscribe to the channel if you like content like this. We're talking British Grand Prix from a McLaren perspective, and who's there straight in.
Lando TV.
Uzer's probably lost it, bro. He's probably lost it now. He's
right.
There was some time back when I did a thumbnail with Lando Fan TV on it, right? And I remember just thinking we should just forget about it. Just forget about Danny Ricciardo for the year. Let's just talk about what Lando is doing. Because let's be honest, if we're talking about Lando alone, guess what? We start P6, we finish P6. We're collecting some good points, haven't we?
We're leaving with something.
But unfortunately, it is McLaren, so we have to talk about both sides of the story. Which driver should we start with? Where do you want to kick this off with?
Let's get the elephant out of the room. Let's talk about
should we get the massive elephant in the room?
I'm very much the guy that tries to avoid to talk about it. If you've been watching throughout this season, I've been more of the protector of Daniel Ricciardo rather than Peter, who says he's done with him. He said he was done with him a very while.
It's over. The thing is, it's not even like I'm saying, oh yeah, he can't be in Formula One, rare tear, whatever. It's one of them ones, isn't it? Yeah. If the player doesn't play well for your team, it's okay to move him somewhere else, and he might be a don elsewhere. That's fine. Right now, he is not working here today.
Let's break it down.
And hasn't worked.
Let's break it down. Let's break down his weekend, his Silverstone weekend. Because let's be honest. The last two races, he's had good weekends. He had a relatively good weekend.
Yeah.
In comparison to Lando. So we're talking about Baku, we're talking about Canada. Not really that bad. Nothing for me to actually complain about, but nothing for me to shout about either. It's not like, oh my God, Daniel Ricciardo got P4 or something like that.
Yeah.
But which would be a dream right now. We've took a step back. Let's talk about quali. Let's talk about Saturday wet quali, yeah? Something that we could probably see as, the saying, rain is a great equalizer. I'm not 100% in favor of that, but it kind of evens the playing field a little bit and takes away. Listen, Latifi got into Q3.
Hello. Can you repeat that for the people at the back, please?
Nicholas Latifi, aka who I call a Make-A-Wish driver. You know how they got the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and then they get the person to do any dream they want. That is Nicholas Latifi. He said, Dad, I want to be a Formula 1 driver, and he's here now. This is the problem. He, in that car, out-qualified Daniel Ricciardo. I don't know what to do here. It was really tricky Q2 because it was dry. At the beginning, it was like it had a clean line. It was a bit drier on the first runs, and then it got heavier and heavier, and nobody's lap time improved. My problem is Daniel Ricciardo's initial time was so slow.
Talk to me.
That we couldn't really improve on it.
Like,
you can't look at the time. We have to look at these time gaps between him and Lando.
Yep.
Because it doesn't make any sense to me. Because there shouldn't be a gap like that amongst you guys in Q2 in the same car. And
Q2 was ridiculous. Q2 is outrageous. The seconds that he's behind him in Q2 is outrageous. I'm looking at it here. What is it? Is that 3 seconds? 2.8 maybe. It's looking at Q2 compared to Q1.
He's not renowned to be like the greatest qualifier. I swear he's got like 3 pole positions. He's got more race wins than pole positions. He's not the like, oh my god, Daniel Ricciardo qualified. We've never actually said that about him.
No,
he qualified. He ended up qualifying 14th. Yeah.
Yep.
He put in a 144.3 ish. Yeah. Lando Norris put a 141. You have to remember during Q2, all the lap times, the good lap times anyway, were done early in Q2.
Were done early. Yeah.
Why is there nearly a 2-second gap between you?
It's a joke. It's a joke. That's why. It's more than 2 seconds. Is it not nearly 3 seconds?
44.3, 41.8.
That's mental maths real quick, but man, at the end of the day, because he's even done worse than what he did in Q1 himself.
Nicholas Latifi put 1 whole second on his head.
Come on, what are we talking about? In a Williams, in this year's Williams, he got
out qualified by both AlphaTauris. Valtteri Bottas is not that bad because obviously I think the Alfa Romeo is a very good car.
Yeah, I think
Alonso, all these people, Joe as well.
Joe's gone as well. He was gone.
This is bad. This is very, very bad. You can't do this.
Honestly,
I don't care if you're the most ardent Daniel Ricciardo fans. You can put the excuses out there. You have to put in a solid lap at the beginning, man. I know he's complained about this grip aspect of the tires throughout the whole time this season.
Yeah.
And I don't know whether it's just him getting used to these new generations of cars. He doesn't really understand them, and he doesn't really understand how to activate and get heat into those tires to suit his driving style. But this is very much a car that was built for him. This car was not built for Lando Norris. I don't care what anybody says. This car was not built for Lando Norris.
You think it was built for Danny Ricciardo, yeah? You're convinced?
I think it was either the middle of the road or towards Daniel. When you hear the kind of words that was spoken about, I think James Key had an interview, wasn't it? Was it Beyond the Grid?
Yes.
That body, yeah, he was on there. And
I need to hear that. I didn't listen to that.
He did a whole interview. It was a really good interview, and he pretty much alluded to the fact that last year's car was definitely Lando's car, and obviously that's understandable because Lando was there first, right? And it was really more steered to how Lando drives and how Carlos drove before. So they're not going to change that just for Daniel Ricciardo at that moment in time. That makes sense. This year they really aimed it more towards like aiding Daniel and suiting his driving style, and he's still got these lack of grip issues, this heating up the tire type of issues, all the issues that Lando Norris doesn't seem to have. Because, and it's a question of adaptability. We spoke about this previously. Are these Red Bull drivers good at adapting outside of their situation? Does it need to be completely perfect in their scenarios? I think Daniel Ricciardo kind of proved that in his second year at Renault. He was good.
Yeah.
I said I was going to give him a couple more races because of the whole... Remember, I originally gave him until Canada, and then I said, Canada's for guys because the car's crap. At this moment in time, I have no idea if this car is good or not. I have no idea anymore. I don't know. We'll probably speak about that later on in the stream. But Daniel Ricciardo, I can't defend this. I can't defend this. This is like Varane with a ball in the air. I can't defend this.
What, Champions League Varane? Yeah.
Yeah, Champions League Varane. This is like Maguire tracking back. I can't defend this.
Oh.
I'm struggling here. I don't know what your thoughts are, but I'm struggling.
Listen, like it was one of them ones, innit? Like I committed, innit? I said, look, I'm done with it. Don. He needs to go. Then obviously when he started doing well, it was like, okay, just my luck, innit? As soon as I'm done and I've packed his bags, he's now putting in some decent performances. You're thinking, okay, but then you get this again, and it kind of just reminds me, of course, I can't forget what I've seen the last 18 months or however many months we want to call it. Like we are in July, you know them ones. Like we're in July now. The season started in March. Huh?
We're heading to race 11 now. There's 22 races.
Exactly. You know, Nate saying Lando is cooking Danny Rich. Rich, you know. Jokes aside, I hope he's okay. Nathan as well said Danny Rick needs to go to Cass. I mean, you know, it's the same old story, bro. And you know what the thing is, yeah, like you can talk about the same thing every week. And what annoys me as well, why is it that he always seems to have a problem, and no one can seem to fix this problem that he's had? Like, take away the car being crap for a second, right? The car's crap, fine. But Lando Norris is in P6 and finishing in top 10s and getting into Q3s, and Danny Rick is not doing that. You know what I'm saying? He can, like, this year I think he's improved over the course of the year better than last year, because last year was a disaster. We couldn't understand what the hell was going on. But, you know, 1 week he might be in Q3, then 1 week he might finish in the top 10. 1 week he finishes P16, or he finishes in Q2. Like, there's no consistency. So for me, I'm just like, man, bro, like, give me somebody who can fit and understand the car. And I just think maybe, sadly, I just think the match for Daniel Ricciardo and McLaren, what we thought it should be, is not that. It's just not that. And that's sad, because Daniel Ricciardo is a driver that everybody can get behind, and McLaren is a team that when it's got its head screwed on, people love and like to see them succeed, unless you're a hater. But it's not a marriage that was made well. It's definitely not one in heaven, unfortunately. Maybe on paper it looked like it, but the reality is it just doesn't work. They can't constantly, you know, and if you're talking about James Key and you're saying, you know what, he needs to step forward to the plate and explain this car full stop, you know. But I feel like if the car was, you know, 2 times faster than it is now, we would still have the same thing on ratio. Danny Rick might always finish P5, but what's it? Lando Norris will be fighting for first, second, and third. And we'll still be in this conversation saying, well, go on for my man. What's happening over here? That's where I stand on Danny Rick.
If we were where Ferrari shoes are right now in terms of car, would we still have those issues? Maybe we'd still have the gap between the golf and talent at this moment in time. We talk about the race. Like, after the race, he basically said, once the race got restarted, I struggled with grip. I simply didn't feel like I was operating at the same level of grip as all the others. I was getting eaten up and couldn't really do anything about it. Then it seemed like our pace was that was our pace for the race. So and then he said there was a DRS failure because it was open, and then they had to shut it.
He did have that, as Uzair mentioned here.
So yes, car issues. Yes, the car probably let him down,
but the truth is, Uzair saying I don't think he would have done anything anyway.
That's what I'm saying. Would he?
Like, I don't think so. Like, you know, when you know somebody is just in a terrible car, but give them the machinery, you're going to see them do well. You don't get that with Danny Rick. You get that with like an Alonso or a Hamilton. You get it with people where it's like, man, I'm like people who are dragging the car, everything. You know, like by the time the car gets to Parc Fermé, it's finished. It's over. It can't go any further. Whereas these men have still, I feel like they still leave stuff in the tank. There's plenty of performance, I still think, in terms of where Ricciardo is now. He can close the gap from where he is. I mean, I look at this, right? If Norris and Ricciardo were both in Ferraris, the gap between Leclerc and Sainz right now, right, is 11 points. Would it be 11 points between Lando Norris and Danny Ricciardo? Considering where they are right now, you're looking in the 40s. Exactly. There is ground to make. I think we came to that conclusion at some point in the season that, okay, the car is dusted, and James, you need to step forward. We agree on that part for sure.
Yeah.
However, I'm looking at, if I'm doing Daniel Ricciardo's PDR or his appraisal for the season, I'm saying, I'm so sorry. I know the car is dross, but what you're not showing any integrity in this car at the moment. You got 15 points on the board after 10 races.
He has the same amount of points. He has the same amount of points as Magnussen and Vettel. And Vettel took two races off. He had 2 races off.
I'm saying Vettel's been at the NHS and he's come back. He's still getting points in the top 10 at Silverstone. By the way, how is he getting into the top 10 at Silverstone?
Funniest thing is, I don't really rate Vettel like that, but Vettel's qualifying in dead last, like horrible places, and he's still getting points.
And they're still getting points. I don't rate Vettel like that either.
And I don't care. I don't care what anybody says in this chat or in F1 world. That Aston Martin car. That Aston Martin car is not better than us. So how on earth?
I don't know what to make of it. Because exactly that. It qualifies 17th. I mean, I looked at was it Stroll's qualifying positions this year? Yeah. They are horrific. I am amazed. Like maybe F1 Twitter, maybe if I was in Canada, maybe I might have a different vibe. But I am so amazed that Stroll is not getting the slander that most F1 drivers would get for these kind of performances. Have you seen where this man is starting week in, week out? It's a joke. Him and Q1 are pals.
He's living in Q1.
He
might as well not come out.
You know what I'm saying? It's just weird. But, again, he finished P11. He finished ahead of Danny Ricciardo. So, I'm talking like we have to have the conversation and say, do you know what, bro? It's time. Somebody has to pull the plug. And I'm ready to pull this plug because I'll tell you what, Danny Ricciardo is in intensive care in this McLaren car. Simple as. So it's a matter of time. So I'm just saying, pull it now.
He had the DRS fault. Do we give him a black for that?
As I said, he's got 15 points on the board this year. Lando Norris has got 58. He's got 50.
It's interesting because he says obviously the DRS issues, blah 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 blah. But simply we weren't fast, so hopefully we can find something. It's a quick turnaround for Austria, but hopefully we can find something. What do you mean we're not fast?
Who did I see Norris swinging in the race with? I see man swinging with Leclerc, Alonso, Hamilton in the mix. I see Norris holding himself there. You know what I'm saying?
No, because I have an issue. I have an issue with that point. I don't think we're like the most amazing team or anything like that at this moment in time. But I think if we look at it in a microcosm of just that race alone, What do you mean? What do you mean we weren't fast? What do you mean? I don't understand this. If I start pulling up actual like sector times and lap times that Lando Norris was doing prior to his DRS issue, we're gonna have a problem. Because if I start pulling up receipts, we're in big trouble,
bro. Like when a man starts giving excuses, the end is already here. The end is here. This is just the beginning of it.
You know them ones where you know them ones where that impending sack's happening at work.
Yeah, exactly.
Like so he knows already like his job's on the line right now still. There's real problems. Days. You know what I'm saying?
You know,
let's have a look at the best.
Nate saying that he's lost his mojo, innit? Yeah, real talk. I hope he's okay mentally because it's looking peak. He doesn't look right. Does he look wrong mentally? I don't want to go there, but I get what you mean. He's not happy. He's not the Danny Rick we are used to. You know what I'm saying? So, you know,
it's a bit crazy. Like if we're looking at like the laps, just in general, the only people that are in front of Lando Norris in terms of sector times in Sector 1 and Sector 2 are Leclerc, Alonso, Sainz, Perez, Hamilton. So he's best of the rest. If you look at Sector 3 times, he's got the second best Sector 3 time.
Where are you seeing this?
I've got all this data up, man. I've got these data. You know what I mean? I've got the datas. You get me?
Yeah. I've got the datas. Yeah. Okay.
So if we're looking at just Sector 3 alone, the best times in Sector 3, the guy's put in. Lando Norris has put in nearly 8 tenths on his head. What we did?
How?
What do you mean? Is that a golfing talent? Is that somebody that's just more comfortable in the car? Or what? No, because obviously what Lando Norris is doing is not normal.
And that's the thing, isn't it? Like,
because he's going faster than the Ferraris in a bloody McLaren. So I don't know whether that's just because it's talent or
is it raw talent?
Or is this car just weird and he knows how to get the the actual raw pace out of the car. I don't know. It's very confusing. James Key, like I said, come on the show.
Listen, petition to get James Key on the pod, bruv, because we need the answers. I've got questions. I need the answers.
Why have we got if we look at the race, we talk about top speeds, max speeds, yeah? Why have we got the fastest time? Why is Lando Norris the fastest in Sector 2? I thought we weren't fast. I don't get it. Why is Lando Norris the second fastest in Sector 3 in max speed? I don't understand what's happening here.
I don't know, man.
What is this car? What is this car?
See, the thing is, I thought Silverstone it would be good for McLaren. I don't know why I didn't have anything to really hang on to, but I just felt like Silverstone it will be all right for us. Do you know what I'm saying? There's not really slow speed corners. It's quick.
Oh, yeah. We've got a lot of quick corners. And then that was what the car was good at anyway.
That's what the car's good at, right?
So, maybe that indicates the times. That's why we're so good in Sector 3 and Sector 2.
Yeah.
Because of that.
Yeah.
But only one driver is. So where do we go from here?
But I'm bored. I'm bored. You know what? I'm bored. You know what I'm saying? Danny Rick got 2 stops in just 10 laps, says Abdul Malik. What does he mean by that? As in 2 pit stops or what?
2 pit stops. Let me check. Hold on.
2 stops. Got 2 stops in 10 laps. I guess because of the issues. Like, guys.
He thought he had a puncher. To
everybody watching, right? And big up to everybody that's watching right now. Do me a favor. Smash the like button on this video, please, yeah? But let's keep it a buck. We are 10 races in. Let's not just put down circumstances for Danny Ricciardo now. Because we've got an excuse for him from race 1. We're at race 10 and we're still having conversation. We are halfway through the season.
It's the same conversation.
And it's the same conversation. It's not like, you know the ones. This has changed. That's happened. That's different. No, nothing's changed. Nothing's changed. This is why I can't get for me, I'm just like, put me out my misery. Do you know what I mean? Just put me out my misery. It will burn for a little bit, but it is what I need somebody to just get in the car and say, do you know what? Okay, the car ain't great, but I can work with this. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking for.
I don't know what the fuck. Now I'm looking at it. What the hell is this McLaren doing? They boxed him lap 20. Then they boxed him lap 32. Then they boxed him again lap 38. Why are you boxing the guy 3 times? I don't understand.
Does it show what tires he changed to?
No, not on this sheet. Just tells me the laps that he boxed, and I'm like, and they do slow boxes as well. That's one thing I'll say. McLaren pattern up because
it needs to sort of get your finger out, man. What's going on?
I'm seeing 4 seconds, 5 seconds. Stop.
Come on.
We need to stop this. Right
Come
now.
on.
Pattern up right now. This is a disgrace.
Come on.
At the end of the day,
man are saying go TV.
Would you? People in the audience watching, people in the crowd, and to you, Peter, as well. There's some people that are kind of alluding to the fact that McLaren are failing Daniel Ricciardo. Do you blame Daniel Ricciardo or do you blame the team for not accommodating him?
I blame Danny Ricciardo because when the car was good, where was he? Like, I get it. It's not 100% Danny Rick's fault. But let's say, I think it's still 60% Danny Ricciardo and 40% the car. Because look at what Lando Norris is doing. Like, okay, if you want to compare where you are as a driver, you get compared to by your teammate. When the car was good last year, and do you remember when the McLaren early season, when it kicked off, it was on flames. It was moving guys, bruv. It was moving. I remember when Norris was moving to friggin' Hamilton and that. And I'm thinking,
in Austria.
Okay, here we go.
I saw it today. I saw his lap. He's basically nearly pole lap. He was like 0.04.
Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying?
That lap, he's cooking.
Moving. And I tell you what, it will be no surprise if Lando Norris is in the top 5 at quali next week. No surprise. Because I think there's something about Austria that he loves. I don't get it. I don't know if the car is nice, but he loves Austria. He performs. I don't
think anybody would be surprised at all. Like, just in general, like, not just McLaren fans. I don't think anybody else on the grid would be surprised that if Lando Norris qualifies top 5 or top 4.
Yeah, because if people are telling me, do you know what, McLaren are letting down Danny Ricciardo, so what are they doing with so where do you put Norris on this scale? Is he off the Richter? Like, where are we with this then? Because look at what Norris is doing.
Look what happened last year
in
Austria. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, Lando Norris basically a millisecond, absolutely like a blink of an eye off pole from Max Verstappen. I think he lost time on the exit, the last corner. Daniel Ricciardo out in Q2.
Out in Q2.
The same vehicle.
Exactly. When you bring up if the car is good, will we get a better Danny? No. We'll get a better Danny in terms of the positioning, but the ratio will remain the same. This gap is too big. It's too big. It's like Max Verstappen and Albon or Max Verstappen and Gasly. That's where we are. Do you know what I'm saying? That's where we are with these two drivers. And I'm sorry to say, this is not the right fit for him. Man, I tell him, look at this. Quotes like this are coming out. Nathan is saying Latifi is dunking on Ricciardo. That is not allowed. You called him a make-a-wish thing. Now, don't get me wrong, it's a one-off. It's a
make-a-wish driver.
And it's banter, yeah? Do you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, the fact that we can even the fact that people can even tweet this or even, put a comment like this on there, Now, Nathan, you're going too far, yeah? Danny Rick isn't good enough to pay them at HRT if they were at the back of the grid. This is the thing.
All right, calm down, man.
I think it's the wrong fit. That's all I think it is. Let me see the other comments on people that they put on for Danny Ricciardo here, since we were just talking about him. Look at this guy. We are done. We are freaking done. Nathan, we have to put you in timeout at some point. But he asked a serious question though. He says, would you trust Danny Rick to drive your car without messing it up?
Yeah, definitely. He's fine. Because when has Danny Rick become that type of person that just bins it all of them? He's not. He's never ever been that guy. Just right now, the problem is he's slow as hell. That's the problem. You're gonna criticize him. He's just slow as hell. He's not doing he's not wrecking the car every 5 seconds. He's not on that.
No. Shout out to Paul Ray. Hope you're good. Listen, I've got an issue. Because I'm seeing the toilet bowl as your thumbnail, and that's a problem. However, it looks like the NFL, so you look like you're about to get away with it. Yeah. So let me.
Yeah, that's NFL lines. That's NFL lines. You
know the one.
He's lucky.
He's dodging it. He's dodging. I need to find out. But big up to Paul. He says, "Listen, I love Danny Rick, but as a wise clause once said, it's time to go. Listen, it is time. It's been time." Okay, it's been time. His name is Danny Rick, yeah, because he's hella overpaid. Danny Rich, moving like Russell Westbrook. Don't diss Russell like this. Whoa! Why did he catch a shot like that? Whoa! Listen, I got all the time in the world. Listen, I got all the time in the world for Mr. Russell Westbrook. Okay, get yours. Okay, get yours. Man said Danny Rick is Esteban Gutierrez. Now people are killing him.
Don't have wins, man. Don't be telling these people don't have wins, man. Stop this.
Shout out to see. Shout out to Tazee who says swap Danny Rick for my boy Sebastian Vettel. Climate change Sebastian Vettel, blood. What? Nah, allow me.
I'll just see that. I need to go to the mosque.
Allow me. Nate says, question: if Danny is complaining about grip, say he crashes because he's pushed too hard, everyone will still be complaining.
That's true. He's being cautious because he's not. I think him and
he doesn't trust the car. Yeah.
I think him and somebody else are like out of the last 10 years, they've had the least type of incidents. They don't like DNF because of crashes or anything like that. If you look at history, Daniel Ricciardo is quite a very cautious driver in that sense. He's very fast and he's very aggressive when it comes into the corners and stuff like that. But he's not a Max Verstappen, for example. He's not getting into incidences every other time. He's quite cautious in that sense. So if he doesn't have the confidence in the grip of the car, and he feels like he's going to bin it if he pushes, hence why he's slow. So that's understandable. But why don't you have grip, brother? Your teammate's got grip. It's not that they're giving you another car. We're not even gonna pretend like it's that situation over at Red Bull where they're giving Max superior parts to another driver. We're not even gonna pretend to do that. We ain't even got the bread for that. We've got a 3D printer and we're copying and pasting. That's what we're doing.
Fam, let me pick up the comment section today. You lot are on fire, yeah. I swear down. These lot are grilling. I said, Danny Rick, shout out to Joe Frisco. Danny Rick is defo, Russell Westbrook. Let's check it. Danny Brick. Nah, you man are on form. I'm not gonna lie. You lot are on form. But man, I don't know, man. It's just so long. Like, it's so long. Listen, if Danny Rick, yeah, if I saw him, like, you know, like he's pushing the hell out of that car and he's binning it because he's pushing it too aggressively. Like, if I hear Brundle on commentary say he's overdone it, I'd rather hear
doing the signs. If he's doing the signs, basically.
I'd rather hear that, you know, because then
he's doing what signs did. He's doing what signs did. If he does what signs did, because that's what signs used to do.
What, last year?
Did he not used to bin it? He used to bin it for us all the time. Signs.
He did. No, he did. And then is that why Sainz has got that cautious kind of gene now?
I don't think Sainz is cautious.
Oh, you don't think he's
it for Ferrari?
He does.
Not in that sense.
Yeah, fair enough. To be fair, now I don't know. I feel like I've got a more tamed Sainz of late. Whereas when he was at McLaren, I always thought he was a bit lethal, and I thought he could do Norris. But since he's gone, I feel like Norris can eat him since he's left.
I don't personally rate Sainz as a driver. Some people disagree with that. But one thing I will always rate him on, he's got big brain. In terms of
big brain,
he has awareness of what's going on in the race and the situation, and he takes advantage of situations. He doesn't maybe have the raw pace that other drivers have.
Yeah,
like a Leclerc or Norris, but he's a smart driver in that sense.
But he's clever, yeah.
He's clever, and sometimes he pushes the limits here and there. That's why he kind of bins it here and there. He kind of loses control because he's just trying to just see where he can gain little bits of advantage here and there. It's a bit of a risk, but it's hilarious to me that I thought I'd be in this situation where I think if Carlos Sainz stayed, we would be in a better situation.
There you go.
Be in a way better situation.
And that shouldn't be the case.
I'm hearing over at Ferrari that Sainz is the more favoured driver.
How ridiculous.
Than Charles Leclerc. So he's clearly got some kind of like power over these, you know, he kind of has some type of knowledge and he's kind of impressing these people over at Ferrari in terms of garnering their trust, even with the bad start this season.
Yeah.
So I don't feel like we're getting that with Ricciardo. Has he positively impacted the team?
Exactly. And
in terms of development, in terms of pushing the car forward.
Yeah.
I think Sainz would have done a better job in that sense. I think Norris is very good at giving feedback about the car and kind of putting it in an operating window that fits him.
Yeah,
and quite similar to like a Max Verstappen. He's you know, people think Max Verstappen's complaining on the radio. He's just giving feedback so he can get the best out of the car.
Yeah,
you know, when he's in practice sessions and he's just moaning, "Oh, I haven't got this, I haven't got that." He's just trying to get the best situation for race day. And Norris kind of does the same thing. He doesn't really moan on the radio, but he understands the telemetry. He understands where he can gain time here and there. He understands what he's reading. In terms of actually developing the car, I don't know if Norris has got that now. Maybe we need somebody that knows how to do that.
I think he's learning.
So we need to find a driver that's possibly got experience in, you know, them people that are like, they've developed cars already from scratch.
Yeah.
Being involved in that situation, because I don't think Daniel Ricciardo's car for it in that sense. In terms of you have a person that's 10 years your senior who's won an F1 and been there and done that. Is he providing the off-track support and knowledge that other people in that situation would provide? Daniel Ricciardo's he's not Alain Prost. He's not bloody giving out mad advice to say, "Oh, we need to do that." I don't think he said he doesn't really understand the technical side of things. He's just a racer. Does it benefit us having a type of person like that? Probably not. Probably not.
No, you don't get that vibe either. That he might be somebody who might go behind the scenes and say, we need to tweak a few things here and there. This is what's missing, because he said it in his post race, right? He just said, "We know what's wrong. We don't know how to fix it." Okay, do you know what's wrong then? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if you know what's wrong, you should be able to fix it. Do you know what I'm saying? But anyway,
okay. He says he hasn't got any grip. A wise driver would know how to resolve or feed back to his team to get that issue kind of resolved.
Well,
he's saying he's got the same issue that he's had since the beginning of the season. When are we going to get that changed?
Well,
because you got to do your feedback as a driver when you're driving to tell your team to pattern up, because your teammates got grip.
What if that's not the case? What if the team is hearing that at the beginning and they're saying, okay, fine, there's no grip. Let's do what we can to get some grip in there. And he still says there's no grip. How far do we believe he knows what he's talking about? It's getting deep, don't get me wrong, but I can't imagine he's had the same issue at day one and we're still having that same problem now. That's weird to me. That's very strange to me. Surely grip isn't. If grip is your issue, I don't know.
You need grip. Like you need grip in Silverstone. Lando Norris is on the restart. Is keeping up with front runners.
you see,
and if he's doing that with no grip, the guy's an alien.
Yeah. No, of course. It's just you sort of ask yourself though, why does Norris have grip then? What's the difference?
Norris didn't really complain about not having grip ever. Really.
You know what I'm saying? So
I think in the first race he did, and I think that's just because the car was medium.
I don't know, man. There is a massive situation there where they need to solve this issue, but it doesn't look like they're going to solve it. And by the way, we didn't get our major upgrades at Silverstone.
You was right.
That you was hoping.
Hey, last stream. Remember last stream I said I need a major upgrade in Silverstone. Remember last stream I said it, and you looked at me dead in the eye and said that ain't happening. And guess what? Next day I saw a headline: no upgrade, no major upgrade for the rest of the year.
Yeah, somebody tweeted us at McLaren Fan TV on Twitter if you want to give that a follow. Honestly, I was dying because I was like, you couldn't make this up. But I didn't think it was real news. You know, like there's news everywhere. I didn't believe it. I thought, they can't come this early and disappoint man already. They can't. It can't be the case. And it turns out, guess what? No upgrades.
Lando Norris said lack of major upgrades is going to be tough. but we're not giving up on the season in any way. What we doing then?
Boy, it's going to be a long season, people.
We're halfway on our neck.
We got Alpine are stamping on our neck.
It's got to the point where when I was watching the race, I'm celebrating Ocon DNFing.
Facts. When Ocon hit that DNF, I said, okay.
I said, yes.
I said, okay.
No double points. Let's go.
Because
Danny Rick won't get no points, I'll tell you that.
For sure. You know what I'm saying? Sure as hell is. There was no points coming from Danny Rick. But you know what I'm saying? But that gap is getting closer by 6 points, bro. 6 points is the gap. It's not looking nice, bruv. Joe Frisco says, I was thinking Gasly wouldn't resign and slide right into that McLaren seat. But darn. Haas got double points and Danny can't. So I'm saying the Haas are getting Mick Schumacher's getting. Huh?
I saw SCH points and I was like, oh, I can't say this, man. It's like, I'm having flashbacks of the 2000s, bro.
Yo,
SCH points. I'm like, get out of here.
Yo, huh? Bro, that's when you know. You know what I'm saying? When was the last time Haas had a double points finish?
I don't know. These men were popping champers, man. We're a disgrace. These people are popping champers and doing, the board like when you have a victory. You know what like Signs did yesterday when you got the board and you did a team photo. Them all doing that for 8th and 10th.
On a real, man, it's hilarious, man. Jay Starship says, "I'm convinced something is going on. It just doesn't seem. It just doesn't. It does. Everything looks fake right now. It just looks fake.
It's an illusion.
But at the same time, I'm a bit like, well, guys, we haven't had a lot to sing and dance about in the last 10 years, 15 years. You know them ones. We ain't had a lot to sing about. And anything, listen, I got through 2014, I got through 2015, 16, 17, 18. Believe me, I'm not at rock bottom. I don't even know what I was doing mentally in those years, but I got through those years. It's got to be 16. There was a year when I was like, yo, McLaren are finished. It's done. It's over. Like this team's gonna go extinct, right? We're out the other end of that, right? At least we're moaning about we're moaning about our P4 constructors.
We're moaning about not getting double points. Imagine when we used to finish like 18th. Oh no, we didn't even used to finish races. What are you talking about? Double DNF. We used to moan about double points,
bro.
We used to get double DNF half a decade ago.
But you know what, Jay, you could be right. Something seems to be going on. Something is not quite right, man. He says as well, well, for Q2, Danny Rick went out later than everyone, so couldn't get a good time. But you'd think is that when the track started to get wetter? Because I remember that you had that kind of the track evolution where obviously it gets quicker as the time goes on. But I think because the rain started coming down again, it was kind of a terrible end to Q2. So if you didn't do your lap early, you were absolutely pissed. Trevor says, Latifi finishing in front of Danny Rick, shaking my head. I mean, there's so many comments today. You guys are absolutely on fire. Please do smash the like button on this video.
Latifi dunked on Russell. And who else did he dunk on? Gasly. He dunked on a couple man on like the first start. I was like, yo, I had to step back. Obviously, there was a crazy accident. Thank God that Joe and Albon are safe and all that.
Yes.
But that start by Latifi, Hall of Fame. Latifi and Hamilton starts was crazy.
Yeah,
Hamilton was crazy.
Who? Verstappen?
No, Hamilton.
Oh, Hamilton. Because I see Verstappen on that first one as well. Gave Sainz the business. Dealt with him early, quick.
Sainz was not that guy. Sainz was not that guy.
None of it. You see the second restart, man just wanted to just hit him in the wall, bro. Just wanted to put him through the pit wall, bro. It's like, look,
I respect it. I respect that. You know when Sainz did it? Do you know what? Yeah, I don't think anybody clocked it. I don't think anybody clocked it because I watched it this morning. I didn't watch it during the race, so I had to record it. So you know when they had the first red flag, there was no race for like 50 minutes.
Yeah.
And I was fast forwarding like slowly, and I noticed, and I was like, "Yo, Sainz is the only guy that didn't get out of his whip. He didn't get out of the car." Everybody else, you know, they get out of the car, they take the helmet off, they go to the toilet, they're chilling, whatever. Yeah. Sainz was in his car the whole time, red flag. He did not leave his car.
I did not clock that.
He had the helmet on and he sat in the car the whole time.
For 50 minutes.
So that's how you know he was on violence when the second restart happened. Because he said, I'm not getting mugged off again.
Nah, because he got mugged off, bro. And the thing is, that second restart looked like a guy who had just been mugged off, saying, that's not happening again. We're both going in the wall. That's not happening again. You can't do that car.
He sat in his car for 45 minutes just stewing. He said, I'm going to dunk on this guy.
You know, there was anger built up inside him, bro. He let that marinate for time. He said, not again.
I couldn't believe it. I kept on going past. I was like, why is this guy still in the car? I think, what must be the only guy I noticed. Bloody hell.
Oh, that is too funny, man. That's too funny. Jay Starship says that McLaren's strategy was shocking. What do you think about the strategy in terms of in the race? Like you said, those pit stops were quite weird. Those 3 pit stops that you mentioned.
We're moving at bozos.
I mean, like, you know, Alonso could have got picked for 5th place. How has he not got? Lando should be on P4, 5. Sorry, in my opinion, in that race. You know, again, we flopped the base.
Why are we? let's break this down. Why are we pitting Lando Norris 1 lap after everybody else when the safety car comes?
I don't know. I saw that move, I just sat there like,
it's not even a double stack thing, bro. It's not even a double stack thing because think about it, Safety car comes out. Remember, Carlos Sainz went in it,
yeah. Was it Hamilton stayed out, didn't he?
No. Hamilton and Sainz went in, and they didn't pit Leclerc, which is a disgrace. Yeah,
it was Leclerc in pit. Sorry.
Yeah, so this is where when my man's car crashed, Ocon car broke down.
The Ocon
pit sign. Yeah, the pit Sainz, the pit Hamilton, and they pit Perez because Perez gets a free stop in it. Perez is like, I'm eating right
now. Yeah, he was laughing.
McLaren decided to pit a lapped Daniel Ricciardo before Norris. What are you doing? I don't understand. Did they get the radios mixed up or what? Why are you? His race is done. Ricciardo's race is done. Why are you pitting the guy that's lapped? It's over for him. There's 10 laps left. He's finished.
I genuinely
Pit your guy. Why is only us, Norris and Stroll getting pitting the lap after?
It doesn't
automatically you've lost the place to Alonso. Alonso's in a faster car. We're finished. We've been holding him off the whole race. He's been keeping pace.
Yeah.
prioritize track position.
Unreal.
And I know it's a bit weird because we pitted Norris on lap 34, and it was just like he already had like fresh tires or whatever.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And maybe we could have had the option of staying out on hards.
Yeah.
To keep, but I think Alonso still would have took it. I don't know what this strategy team's doing, man. If you just box like everybody else on lap 39, you'll be all right, brother. You keep the position, and if you lose the position to Alonso, fair play. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No.
If you lose it on track, fair play. You didn't even give him the opportunity. Our strategy team is shocking sometimes, yeah. And it's gonna, if we do get to the position where we do have a good car and we're up on the top of the grid, these are the decisions that are gonna paralyze us.
Yeah, exactly.
Because everybody talks about Ferrari being bozos.
Yeah,
we might have bozos on the pit wall as well, low key.
That's
some self-reflection.
That's the thing. I was waiting to bring up what can go wrong because I thought Sainz was not winning this race. Like they did everything they could to flop all the bases they could, right? But then I look at my team and I'm sitting there like, can I really come here with chess? I don't know. Like I might have to just allow it for one day. Do you know what I'm saying? But and as Nathan says, this is the greatest carrying job since LeBron 2017-18. You know what I'm saying? Lando Norris is carrying this team.
He's done it. He's done it again. How has he done this again? Because last year he did it as well. He was, bro. If I ever bring up the different disparity in points between Ricciardo and Norris this time last year, 10 races in, you would throw up. And he's doing it again. He's the difference in points. If I start looking for that type of information, it's let's find out. Let's find out.
Yeah,
you guys.
What is he? He's 43 points off now. The gap is 43 now.
We're talking about last year, so let's get to the halfway mark. Halfway mark's about Hungary, innit?
Yeah,
before the summer break. Yeah, so
yeah.
Driver standings. I'm tired, bro.
Shout out to PB. So, how come you went on the pit stop pod? I was waiting for your Ferrari slander.
I didn't watch the race until the morning, so I can't be. We went live in the evening. I can't. I'm not that shameless. I'm not gonna do a podcast saying I watched the race. That's crazy.
Man, just come in there, 2 bottles up, like.
I know certain man do that. Yeah. I ain't one of those guys. You get me? I will not be making content about watching. You know the man that just watch a young 10-minute highlights. And making content. I ain't that guy.
Yeah.
Okay, so after the Hungarian Grand Prix, before the summer break, 2021 Formula One Championship, Lando Norris was 3rd in the standings, 3rd behind Verstappen and Hamilton, and he had 113 points. Daniel Ricciardo had 50 points.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if the car was faster, guess what? Lando Norris would be on 100 points, and Danny Rick would be on 50. And there, my lord, rests the case. There's my case. Right there.
He's been doing he did a carry job. Bro, he's got double the amount of points. More than double last year at the halfway stage.
It's a farce. It's a freaking
in the same
farce.
Car.
And he's way more than double.
And we're seeing it now with 15. And how many points has Norris got now?
58. You know
what we doing, man? What are we doing here? Let's be serious, man. Do you know what? I've lost it. Anybody watches this, I've been trying to defend Daniel Ricciardo this whole time. I've had it. I'm tired. Get this guy out of my team. I'm sick of it. I can't be this nice guy anymore. I'm absolutely.
Finally, he's come.
I've had it up to here. Because if you look at the season on the scope, on a whole, yeah, we can make excuses here and there. It's been absolutely diabolical. It's been diabolical. Whether it's the failings of the team or whatever, you can see, obviously, naturally, with the points, everything's regressed. The car's regressed. Yeah? Therefore, the points have regressed. But the math ain't mathing anyway. If I did the percentages of 50 points to 113 compared to 15 points and whatever he's got now, Lando Norris, the percentages are still, the math ain't mathing.
Exactly.
HMRC's come in. The numbers ain't adding up. So I'm absolutely tired of this shit. I'm tired.
I said he's tired.
I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Audience, let me know. Crowd, let me know.
Let us know. What on earth? Yeah, this is it. It's finally broken in, people. As PB said, McLaren have officially broken my heart. They will pay for their crimes. Now, on a real, bro, like he's on 15 points, bro. He's got 15 points. He's got less points than friggin' Kevin Magnussen.
He's got less points than Gasly. I swear, Gasly DNFs every 5 seconds. What are you talking about?
The AlphaTauri finish.
You know that AlphaTauri is hilarious. Yeah.
Where's Kwame?
Alpha Kwame. Where's Alpha Kwame?
Yeah, where's Alpha Kwame? He must be done. He must be fed up with this now. Surely.
Real talk. They have a faster car than us. They have a good car, but they're just diabolical.
They're so dumb. That's the only thing.
Yuki Tsunoda had that incident at the beginning of the race. Tell me why they're bringing out duct tape again. What's wrong with these duds?
Oh man!
But if you check the driver standings, where's Gasly? He's ahead of Daniel Ricciardo. Daniel Ricciardo don't even bloody DNF. He only DNF'd once this season.
Bro, Vettel,
what are we doing?
Vettel has missed 2 races this year. He missed 2 races, and look where he is. He's above him, or level on points with him. Magnussen hasn't driven for a year. Been away for a year, had Suede for a year, and he's already ahead of freaking Danny Ricciardo. You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me.
I promise you, if I go to my doctors and get an annual checkup and they tell me I got aneurysm, yeah, I'm telling you now, Daniel Ricciardo, I'm sending you the medical bills.
This is it.
Because you're causing me aneurysm.
I'm trying to remember what pod it was. I lost it. I can't remember what pod it was. I lost the plot. I said, I'm frigging done. We are done. The bags are packed. Here you go. Find me someone else. Find me something new. Now, at least the thing is, because you can't be asked, isn't it? You just can't be asked anymore. We've compared the results from this time last year to now.
Do you remember the early kind of remember the early episodes we did? Yeah.
Yeah.
And people were like laughing and like, oh, Fernando Alonso's only got 2 points. Do you remember that? This is like after Australia. Remember when he been there and he had a terrible race in Australia? He's only got 2 points. Look at him. Alonso's washed. Tell me why Alonso's got 28 points.
Why is he ahead of him?
Got 15 points. This is a disgrace. This is one of the biggest disgraces I've ever seen in my life, man.
And the thing is, like Joe Guan Yu, look, Mick Schumacher's got 4 points, yeah? Mick Schumacher's got 4 points, okay? People like Joe Guan Yu's got 5 points. Yuki's got 11 points. If they get their act together, Yuki can go ahead of Danny Ricciardo. Listen, Mahad, he cannot be in a McLaren seat next year. It cannot happen. It cannot happen. McLaren cannot give Danny Ricciardo the car next year. It cannot happen. If they do, then they've told us McLaren fans, don't bother next season. That's what they've told us. Don't bother. Don't bother next season.
He's contracted though. He's contracted.
I don't give a damn. You terminate that contract. That's what you do. You take the loss and you move on.
We can't listen, man. He's moving like Van Dorn, man.
Van Dorn settings, blood. This is Van Dorn settings.
He's moving like Heikki.
Oh,
Heikki Kovalainen. But at least he won a race.
Yeah, but again,
Fugazi win.
It was a waste of a year. Flip me. I mean, talk about just bidding a year. That's what you call bidding a season. If they let this man drive the car next year, we you know what I'm saying? We are. Would you
rather him out now? I don't think he's going to go out now.
I mean,
like it's going to be an end of season thing. But usually they announce it. They announce it like around Spa. Who's going to be driving next year? So, but right now we're in a situation where he's already, like when you see what the grid is for next season, he's already there for the McLaren slot because his contract's in 2023 as well.
They got to terminate the thing, fam. They've just got to cut it.
Replace him with who?
Listen, what's Piastri saying, blood? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see Piastri
come through, man. Piastri come through, man.
You know what I'm saying? Piastri better not walk into the Williams next year.
I see him at Williams instead of us. Let him come through, man. Go. Listen, I swear to you, go give Go give Ron Dennis a duffel bag.
Yeah.
He's not even involved in McLaren anymore. Give him the duffel bag. Tell him to go to his house with his leather jacket on. Sign the thing.
Do that dirty work.
We're paying release clauses. We're taking youth players.
This is it. We're done. We're done. We can't be sitting here again another weekend, another season, another race.
The second I see that headline saying Alonso's re-signed for Alpine or whatever, and Ocon Alonso locked in, McLaren to be on the phone immediately.
Needs to be on the phone.
Pay whatever.
Mind you, like you said,
I'm still like, right now, I'm like, with Award, I'm like, Herta, I'm really not sold on Herta as well.
Yeah.
I don't want us to be the experiment in F1. You know what I'm saying?
That's the thing,
man. Come through, bro.
And if it's not going to be Piastri, I'll tell you what. If it's not going to be Piastri and he managed to get a seat in Alpine next year, hello, Fernando, bring yourself. Bro, we need some friends at this table.
Bring me Hulkenberg. I don't even know. Give me somebody, man. I've had enough.
Real talk, though. Somebody mentioning it. Danny Rick or Seb. Like, real talk today.
My chest would hurt so much every race.
Today.
If I saw Seb in Papaya, I'd be like, I can't have an agenda against my own driver. It would be crazy.
He has to cut his hair, first of all.
I said, you can't be looking like... Man said, Ron Dennis, number one cuts. All of you lot, number one.
That man got the one level, boy.
You can't be looking like a scruff.
Nah. Man looking at Daniel Bryan. Nah. Allow that. I need that Seb, that gritty Seb, that nasty Seb. Where is he gone? Yeah, I would take nasty Seb.
I think Seb will develop our car.
He would. He knows what he's talking about. That's the fact in truth. In all fairness, he knows. Yeah, he knows what he's talking about. Bro, it's time to go. Paul Ray said it. It's time to frigging go. Metal in Both Legs says, cheers, guys. Lost a few £5 bets on Carlos. I didn't bet on him this weekend. Put my 5 on Checo.
Checo should have won.
Yeah, he should have won. Like, if Max's car didn't have an issue, though, Max wins.
Max wins by that 20 seconds.
You know what I'm saying? Max does win if you know.
He was gapping him. He was gapping Sainz already before the issue. You started to gap him anyway. So he would have won that race. But Perez, what a drive. And then
for sure. Yeah, for sure.
He was doing a madness. Safety car busted him. Safety car busted him. Clearly he's got fastest car. What are you doing involved with Leclerc and Hamilton? You need to clear them, man, quick time and go chase Sainz. This is the difference. This is the difference between Checo and Verstappen, yeah?
Fair.
All my life, Verstappen, if he's in that situation, he's not in that battle with Hamilton and Leclerc. He's 2 seconds up the road.
He does his dance.
He would have gone past them man a long time ago,
bro. And
he's chasing down Sainz. Well, for some reason, when Perez cleared them man, he just decided, I'm not going to chase down Sainz. I don't know whether he looked at the amount of laps remaining. He just like, I'm not even going to push. He was lapping. I think he was lapping slower than Sainz. I was like, what are you doing?
I'm gonna look after these tires, boy.
You got a better car. What are you doing?
When you know that move when Hamilton come out of nowhere and then bust both of them, but I was sitting there like flipping. Oh, I was like, what are you not playing at? What is kind of that dive by Hamilton was hilarious. It was good though, and the crowd was pumped. 400,000 turned up at Silverstone, by the way. 400,000 people turn up there.
Listen,
like, where were you not?
We might be there next year. You never know.
Bro, you see, but you know what? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, when it rained on Saturday and Friday, I said I'm not about that life. You know, like I'm a real African blood. I'm not gonna be in the rain. I'm not gonna be in the rain. Like I see man them put up their tents. Yeah,
poncho. Yeah,
I see it rain, and then they're gone to watch. It was who was it? Bastille, fam. I'm not gonna lie. Like I will do what I can, but flip me. Do you know what I'm saying?
That's real British activities, bro. What you just named.
Bro, you see that Glastonbury, the one thing that puts me off is just when I see the sea of people and I'm thinking, do you know what? I'm not about that life. I'm not about that life even if I was performing at Glastonbury. I'd be like, you know what? Get me in and get me out. Like, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, I'll have to firm it. I need to do Silverstone one year. I have to do it.
We've got to do Silverstone and then hopefully if we go, that's the time we bloody run a race. You get me?
You know what I'm saying?
boy, I'm like, it's really. I can't, man. I'm broken, man.
You're broken,
my brain
yeah?
don't work no more, man. Let's
There
go
we
through the
go.
comments, man.
There we go. Let's go through these comments. All right. Tazim says, well, guys, my initial assessment that Ferrari still needs this whole season to get used to winning, to becoming genuine contenders. What the F happened yesterday? Chucked an easy 1-2 for a 1-4. Tazim, Ferrari, man. Listen, what can go wrong? Yeah?
This is Ferrari.
Just remember
this
that.
Is Ferrari,
Just remember
this
that.
Is Ferrari.
Yeah? Just remember that.
Do you know what's so funny? I remember watching a video a long time ago saying like that Ferrari is all about politics. And sometimes it's not really about what's happening on track, it's about what's happening off track and stuff like that, yeah?
Yeah.
Which is kind of true, because when you look back at like how they dealt with like the Kimi and Massa situation, the Massa Alonso situation, it was just it wasn't anything to do on track, and there's a lot of like push and pull within the organization about who they should favor and make them one driver and stuff like that. What everybody, I'm telling you right now, everybody thinks is strategy. What happened yesterday was politics.
It was politics.
At Ferrari. It's politics, bro. Because when you look at the grand scheme of how Ferrari operate, yeah, Leclerc, yes, he's a better driver. Yes, he's a faster driver than Sainz, yeah. I think that's quite clear to see to anybody that has any sort of type of Formula One knowledge or any ounce of evaluation of drivers. Leclerc is a special talent, yeah. Leclerc is a symbol of the old era of Formula of Ferrari. That's Arriva Bene. That's all of those guys. Those guys signed Leclerc before the 2019 season.
Yeah.
Remember, it was quite early when they said at Sauber, you're driving Ferrari for next season. Kimi's out. That was early. That's Arriva Bene. That's them guys. That's their guy. That's the Jean Todt, the higher ups at Ferrari. That's who they like, yeah?
Yeah.
Bonotto, one of the first things he did when he got in was, I'm bringing in Sainz.
Yeah.
It was quite early. It was quite early. He said, I'm bringing in Sainz. Oh, hold on a moment. I'm going to come off camera. You carry on talking.
No worries.
My battery's about to die.
Yeah, you do your thing. So, Ferrari, listen, that's what you're going to expect from them, Tazim. Canadian Gringo says, hey, yo, I've been hearing some mad conspiracies concerning the Ferrari engine and the upcoming engine freeze. What are your thoughts on those? I mean, I've been hearing the conspiracies. Not sure if I believe it. You know what? It's so funny. It falls into place what Mahad was saying about the politics with Ferrari, right? It would not shock me in the slightest. It is a conspiracy theory, but listen, this is Ferrari, man. All things are possible. My thoughts on it, I mean, I don't know. Like, it's just, can they get away with it? I guess they can, but how bad will it be for like next year? You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. It's gonna be a funny one because that's gonna affect all the other teams that are using the Ferrari engine as well. So I don't know how wise that move is. I haven't got a clue. I'm not entirely sure.
Ferrari have a veto power of regulations.
Well, there is that. Yeah,
that's my answer. That's my answer.
Yeah, they can do what they want. All they've got to do is threaten to leave. If they threaten to leave, they'll be like, oh, don't worry about it. You can come in. But yeah, you were saying, bro.
I was saying. So you got Leclerc and the old kind of guard
the regime, yeah.
And then you've got Bonotto, Sainz, and you got all the people that kind of like favor Sainz within the organization. We're talking about like the pit wall, maybe the strategist, the kind of his side of obviously the mechanics and stuff like that. And there's probably a power struggle there, man. And now it's going to get even more political. And I think people haven't really seen this. They're going to see it now. That now they're close on points. They're only 11 points behind. You can't do number one driver no.
I mean, that is astonishing when you think
you can't do team orders anymore. You're in a situation now where you can't do team orders.
That is astonishing. Like, because one of them has won 4 races this year, and the other one has won one.
No, 2. No. How many races Leclerc won?
No, come on, he hasn't won 2. Surely.
Bahrain. No, he won 2. Bahrain, Australia.
Australia.
I dare Sainz to win in Austria. I dare. Watch what's
oh my days! You know, I did not even deep that. Listen, what can go frigging wrong, people? The explosion is coming.
People, if you, I probably was there. Shouts was there. He probably knows. The relationship between Ferrari, Kimi Räikkönen, and Massa was an absolute disgrace. that what was happening there was a disgrace, and how they managed it. Yeah,
it was mad.
We could be looking at that again.
Oh, I hope to God we do. That is, Why am I under the impression that Leclerc's got bare wins? Like, not bare, but like
he's got four. He's got four, man. He's got bare poles.
That's what it
is. It's like Montoya. He's just got hella poles.
It's like Montoya. But yeah, this season he's only got 2 wins. That's a mazine.
Sainz has got more podiums than him.
Yeah, I was reading. Was it Naomi Schiff gave man the lowdown? Man's got 6 podiums and Leclerc's got 4. I sat there like, yo, he's got 4. And Sainz got 6. Yo, this is what we need, you know. This is what we need for the narrative, for the agenda for run. Listen, I need politics Ferrari in full effect.
When there was a huge gap between points, Sainz couldn't argue to say, I'm not going to do.
Yeah,
I'm not going to listen to team order. We're going to do preferential strategy for Leclerc or whatever. Not to say they've done that in the first place anyway. They haven't at all, which is a bit strange to me, especially when your guys won 2 out of the first 3 races. He should be more preferred, right? Now, the gap is smaller. The gap is 11 points. It's insignificant. It's going to get political, man.
I can't.
What they did by pitting Sainz first makes me think, why are you prioritizing Sainz?
It's not right, man.
To me, that's a red flag. Do you
know what? After Monaco,
that's like pitting would they ever pit Bottas in front of Hamilton in that situation? No,
exactly.
No.
Do you know what? That Monaco scenario, yeah, that's when I was like, yo, this is a stinker. And Charles Leclerc was like, we cannot be making mistakes like this. We cannot do this again. We can never do this again. Fam, they are literally going there to just mix this pot. I think there's something to your point, you know. I never even clocked it. I didn't even clock that because I didn't even know Carlos Sainz was like favored like that in a way in the team. So
not favored like in terms of not favored in machinery, just politically.
No, sorry. As in, I'm talking like relationships within the camp. You know, that blew me away. I always thought that everybody was in love with Charles, and it's Charles to the races.
But the higher ups are, you know, you're like your undercovers like Jean Todt. You know,
I can't wait for this to explode, bro.
We'll see what happens.
I can't wait for this to explode.
There's always drama at Maranello when it comes to that type of stuff. I've been seeing it, and I'll be waiting on it.
I love it, man. I love it. I absolutely freaking love it. Tazim says the Aston Martin is so ass. It gives the F140 a run for its money. Whose car is that? The F140?
That's James Allison's Ferrari for Alonso. 2014. The car that oversteers, the only car that can oversteer and understeer. I remember. If you anybody that's watching, there's a video of Kimi Räikkönen when he first testing that car. Kimi Räikkönen is like, I enter the corner, I don't know where the car's gonna go. I said, what? What car is this? Ferrari is wild, man.
I can't deal.
That's James Allison, man.
Except it's even slower than that. It's hard to drive.
Did you see they spoke to Lawrence Stroll on the grid?
No, I missed that.
My brother asked us a question, and they were like, "Oh, do you know the reason why you guys were so slow in qualifying?" And he said yes, and they didn't give him an answer. Like, why? He just said yes. Like, bare serious.
This guy is a bad one.
Man, I get sacked, man.
Man, I get sacked. I said that. Man, I get sacked. Listen, I think people would slander Stroll more, but it keeps forgetting he's even in the race half the time. Man's incognito for real, bruv. Like, if there's a guy who gets the least coverage in Formula One on a race weekend, wallahi, it's friggin' Stroll. Honestly, I swear, Stroll. I never see any coverage of that, brother.
Stroll is 19th in the standings. Nobody's saying anything. Nobody's saying a word. Nobody has said a word.
Have you seen how boring? Have you seen how boring his interviews are as well? Like I'll watch man and I'll be like, yo, just shoot yourself, blood. Like you look like you're ready to just shoot yourself. Like
if I'm Stroll,
yeah,
and I'm seeing Mick Schumacher's ahead of me in the standings, I'm just gonna be screaming, bro. Listen, I expect Stroll to do a masterclass this weekend. I need Stroll to come through with like a P7. No way. Because this can't stand. This can't run, man.
With a P7, you know. Canadian Gringo says, if you were Norris, would you jump ship if McLaren can't improve the car within the next couple of seasons? We know how good he is. He'd be hired instantly at almost any team he chooses. I dare to not think that way.
No get out clauses. There's no get out clauses in his contract.
I will have nightmares if I see Norris. Because you know what? Do you know what? Here's my beef with Lewis. This is my beef with Lewis. Like, I like Lewis. Like, a little, like, just about. Like, obviously, I like him. But the thing is, he left my team, bro. Like, he left me. You know the ones when nobody wanted to hold my hand at the dance prom. He left me, bro. When the car was dead and it was getting burials, and I appreciate everything he done for McLaren, because even when in its dross years, he was still winning races. Right, the car was just not reliable. But man, he went to Mercedes, bruv, and he just slam dunked, bruv. He was Michael Jordan on the circuit, bruv. That's all he's been doing. It's hard for me to like him over there. You know what I'm saying? I don't really have any beef with Mercedes, full stop.
So you're gonna say if Norris did that, he's up?
Oh man, listen. The first year, I'm on the full Robert Mugabe media lockdown. I don't know nothing with Lando Norris. I know nothing about him. That's the first.
I don't know who he is.
I don't know who he is. Who's that man? You know what I'm saying? When Robin Van Persie left us for Man United, Robin, who he was trying to be named. You know them ones. Those are people I do not look at for a year. I give man a year, and I'll see how I feel in a year's time. Oh, I couldn't bear the thought of it. Because you know what it is? Like, what team would he go to where you'd be like, at least it's them? Because there's nowhere.
I know. Do you know what? Yeah, listen. There's no get out clauses in his contract either way. So we can't do it if he underperforms, and he can't get out of it if he thinks we're underperforming as McLaren. So welcome to Death Row, baby.
There we go. Welcome to Death Row, indeed. Nathan says Lando is taking our kid Danny for a go-kart. and he also says, big man thing, Lando deserves to actually have the ability to get Danny Rick sacked. Latifi, Trevor, big up to Trevor, saying Latifi finishing in far ahead of Danny Rick. We'd mentioned that earlier. He hasn't got an excuse. It's a good midfield car. It's not a 2021 Haas. Absolutely. There's no more excuses for Danny Ricciardo, unfortunately. Yes, man, we're doing pit stops in slow motion.
Yeah, we're finished.
Man, okay. Nate says, in Danny's defense, right? And let's see this. Lewis Hamilton had plenty of experimental setups, and George Russell has outperformed him. They might not be driving in the same car. Yeah, but I'm sorry. When we made this argument about Hamilton, when the car is ready, he shows up. He's got 2 podiums back to back. And that Mercedes, by the way, it looks like nothing's been going wrong this season. It looks like it is comfortable now with what they're doing. So, Hamilton turns it on when he feels like it. He knows if I can't get the podium, I'm not gonna go all out for it. If there's something on the table, watch me.
Why? Not to start. I don't want to start an agenda or anything like that. Yeah, but I just want to ask a question in it. Why did George start that race on hards?
Yeah.
Do you know why? Do you know why he started on hards? Why? He ain't got the pace. He's gonna jump on hards, go on a long run, pray for a safety car, like he's been doing the whole time. And that's how he's been getting the advantage. That's how he's been getting the advantage over Hamilton. Hamilton's got raw pace. Hamilton was driving like a demon yesterday. I was watching this race this morning. I tweeted out. I said, "Why is this guy driving so fast?"
For real.
I said, "What on earth is going on here?" He's lapping faster than Sainz and Leclerc.
Nah, Hamilton is on.
I'm just saying, Hamilton fastest lap.
Yeah.
Russell ain't doing that, man. I'm telling you right now, Russell's not doing that.
I never thought Russell was a match for Hamilton ever, not in a month of Sundays. However, I thought Russell has got pace.
He ain't got pace like Hamilton. That's the difference, because people were going on like it was a sheer talent thing of why Russell had more points than Hamilton. Yeah, I said when the car is correct and it's drivable, the pace differential between the two is going to be nuts. I guarantee if Russell didn't DNF, he's dumb anyway because he started on hards because he was trying to do that strategy of I'm just going to run long and hope for a safety car, not thinking that he's going to cause the bloody safety car. But the problem is, if he did it like mediums like everybody else, and did that race and started, obviously he was in 8th or whatever, made it up the places, he weren't going to be involved in all of that. He weren't going to be up there with the Ferraris because the pace differential between him and Hamilton will be too much.
Yeah, that's true. Hamilton, what people think they know what Hamilton is this year, and then he goes and he messes up with all the numbers again. That's what he does. That's exactly what he does. So we've been saying all year is when he knows there's something to go for, he's going to done the dance. When he knows he can do something, that's when he will rock up.
Do you know what? I'm not saying that Russell doesn't have the ability for the pace or anything like that. I've just not seen it yet. Where's the evidence this season that he's got crazy pace? The only time that I thought he had good race pace, but he had nobody around him, was in Jeddah. I said he had good race pace, but there was nobody around him. He was just 5th and then just ended 5th.
Also,
I need to see him like race pace trying to chase a man down. We've not seen that scenario yet.
True, but also, like, obviously we can't ignore Sakir 2020, right? When he done a Mazine in that Mercedes, right? When he had to come in 1 year, one race, right? But also, Hamilton makes second drivers like Bottas. He makes you Bottas, because when you look at the pace difference between like Russell and Hamilton now. Tell me what the difference between Bottas is. Bottas got on pole, by the way. He got many pole positions and won 10 races.
Yeah, that's different. There's a difference between being really, really good at quali, and I think Russell is outstanding at quali. Outstanding in one lap pace, and race pace. Lewis Hamilton doing 1.32s just consistently. Fastest lap, last lap, fast lap. That's a different sport. That's not quali. That's something else.
Yeah.
Have I seen Russell do that? Let's just see if I want to see the opportunity, if he gets the opportunity to do that. He was kind of robbed of the opportunity this week, but him starting on hards, he would have never done it anyway. That would have been the excuse, right? That would have been like, he's on hards, he can't do it.
I'm going to pay attention to that next couple of races of what he starts on, what his strategy is. That's interesting. Big up to everybody that's watching right now. Please do smash the like button. Thank you very much for joining us here tonight. PB says, I'd rather have a driver who pushes it to the limit and crashes than one who plays it safe and is slow. When we're talking about Danny Ricciardo, even Carlos Sainz being in that McLaren last year, the year before rather, and he was also bidding it, as you were mentioning before. Tazim says Westbrook for the Lakers this season is defo a Danny Ricciardo. That is a mad thing, for a first season, it's definitely a Danny Ricciardo. People are not leave Westbrook alone, okay? Get yours, all right? I said, no, big man thing. So you're on mute, cuz.
I said, I know you're a Westbrook fan, but he's not doing well right now.
No, he's not. What I like about Westbrook is he's a raw street baller. Like, I don't know what it is. Ever since the OKC days, I looked at this guy like, yo, I like him, man. I like street ballers.
Checks. He's collecting checks now.
Nice. He's done his time, bro. He's done his time, bro. You know that, man.
He's got his MVP. He's calm.
What's it called? Nah, but big man thing. Why is Ricciardo not even getting even 8th or 10th place? Small points. You know what I'm saying? The man is down there battling with Stroll, Albon, and Joe. You know them ones, bro. Like not even a dibby. Give me some 10 points. Give me 10th place. Give me a point. Uzair says, I'll give Sainz credit for having 6 podiums this year. Even if he's been slower than Leclerc and making lots of errors, he's still basically doing what a second driver is supposed to do.
He's collecting. He's sweeping up points. He's collecting them.
He's sweeping them points, boy. PB says Carlos had the most fugazi win since Gasly. Even Ocon did bits in Hungary. Yeah, man.
Listen, safety car, fresh softs of your teammate.
Yeah.
10-lap shootout.
Yeah.
Faster car, nobody around you.
Yeah.
Perez failings allowed Carlos to have the to win.
Because remember when Sainz went wide? Do you remember there was
That's a disgrace. That's a disgrace. That is a disgrace. I was shouting at my TV this morning. I said, how many drivers?
We'll say they're like,
I'm letting you know. Let me know. People in the comments. How many drivers on this grid, if they're in that same position, are doing that. There's not many drivers that'll do that, you know.
Yo,
Hamilton's not doing
sweating.
that. Hamilton's not doing that. Verstappen's not doing that. I don't think Norris is gonna do that.
Yo,
there's a lot of drivers on the grid where you're just making mistakes like that in the lead. What are you doing? You're letting Norris, you're letting Verstappen just walk past you off the track. You weren't even on the track,
bro.
When they overtook you,
he was sweating. I'm not gonna lie. Man said Nathan says science is a good sign, man. But fair play for telling his team to shut the F up. Is that what science was telling the team regarding?
Yeah, because they told him about. Remember the 10 car lamps, which is which is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. I'll switch off the radio if I was it. Right,
Nathan says you might laugh, but Bottas is good for McLaren.
But he's somewhere else, so it's not a problem.
Same with Perez.
I would have took Perez. No. Do you know what's so funny? Yeah, I was thinking, you know, when Perez got let go of Racing Point.
Yes.
At that year, I was like, shit. We should have got Perez instead of Danny Rick?
Bro,
we signed Danny Rick quite early. I was pissed off. I was like, shit. We got Perez.
So what? So beforehand, you would have had Perez over Rick, yeah?
When I was looking at 2020, at the end of 2020, and I clocked that Perez is not going to re-sign with. He's not going to have a racing seat, basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking, shit. We signed Danny Rick too early. We should have got Perez instead.
Listen, it was going to be a farce in Formula One if Perez did not have a seat. Like, that was going to be an absolute farce. How that could happen, I don't know. But, you know, hold tight, Richard. What, from Pit Stop Fracker, yeah?
Why is he doing boo Anik? Yeah, Anik's been getting cooked all day, man. R.I.P. Anik, man. His head is finished, man.
Why is he spun?
Basically, no, because he wants to take on Mercedes fans on the timeline, man.
Taking on Mercedes fans. Listen,
yeah, I'm like, good luck to you, mate. Good luck to you.
Listen, a wise person once told me, pick your battles, bro. There are some hills there are not worth dying on. A Mercedes hill, long for you. Sorry, wrong team. Shout out to Kwame, big up, man, Kwame, huh? Talk to me about your Alpha Tauris, man, because that man were moving mad. It's calm. It's calm, Richard. Anik agenda everywhere we go. Them ones. Even on here, bro. 100% come true. Like the video, people. Like the video. Kwame says Alpine for 4th, yeah? Listen, bro. It's coming, man. Them man are eyeing us up, bro. They're ready to eat man up, bro. You know what I mean? 6 points.
Scary.
Separates us. It's scary scenes. Jay Starship says Anik has lost his mind. Don't bring that energy here. Kwame says an Alpine have been meaty. Shows how bad Danny Rick has been. That's the thing. Like, we could capitalize on the failings of Alpine. You know the
engine keeps blowing up every 5 seconds, and the car breaks down every 5 seconds.
You know them ones. It's so frustrating. Better conversation rate. Mexican peso. What pesos to British pound, or Danny Ricciardo and points finish, which has got a better conversion rate. This guy, you are having a friggin' laugh. Germany 2019 was the last time Haas had a double points finish, says Nathan. Bloody hell, 2019. That's how you know. Kwame says Haas bought out Michael's wife. Brought out Michael's wife and daughter for champers. Them man are shameless.
Yeah, I've got no words. Bro.
Yo, you know, Gunther Steiner was on a massive bender yesterday, boy. He was on a massive one. I bet he's not awake now. He was on a massive bender last night, boy, for sure. Richard says Danny Rick on C-Wing with Anik. Yo, Anik lost it last night, yeah? You know, when it's them late night streams, boy, the man lose the plot.
Bro, remember he's a Leclerc fan as well, man. And he thinks Sainz is media as well. His head is finished, man. Yesterday's tipped him over the edge.
He knows, bro. He knows that Ferrari is a joke. Them man they're not ready for championship. You know them ones. If it ain't Mercedes, it will be Red Bull, boy. Bro, can I tell you something? Mercedes finished second this season in the constructors. All right, innit? All right, cool, innit?
No, man. Do you know how crazy that is?
Remember I told you, yeah? Remember I told you.
We'll pull this up.
On America's Independence Day, people, July 4th, right? I tell you, Mercedes will finish ahead of Ferrari this season. Let's keep it going. Richard, you're not listen. Oh, sorry, Nathan, you were saying I don't care if it's shameless. Haas are here just for vibe, and I'm here for it. Them man are always vibes with them, man. Always vibes. Richard said, "Big man thing, Latifi or Danny Rick right now." This guy.
No, stop that.
Nathan says, "Nah, the original start, not even the first corner. Sainz got overtaken. That race win was 98% restart tax." Mess said it was 98% restart. Honestly, Verstappen done his dance in that first turn. That Lando pit after the safety car is up there with AlphaTauri putting Tsunoda on slicks.
Yeah.
When it was raining in Sochi last year.
Do you remember? Everybody started putting wets on and they're like, "Fuck it, let's put slicks on." Like, you all right? You man ain't got weather app. What's going on? AlphaTauri,
Bro, you know what the funny thing about that race, yeah? When you see Drive to Survive, bro, when they try to make Mazepin act like, yeah, man knows about this Russian weather, like they try to make him so bad.
Man said, I saw the clouds. I was like, get the hell out of here, man. What is the storyline? And they said, and then they said, good job, Nikita. You finished ahead of Latifi and Schumacher. Tell me why Latifi and Schumacher DNF'd the race. So that means you came last. You came lost. What are you saying? Good job. You finished ahead of them. They DNF'd. They
tried to give us this monologue of him coming home from school. I used to come home from school, we'd see the clouds. What? What are you talking about? What are you not talking about? You see Netflix Drive to Survive, yeah? Big up themselves for bringing new people into the game and that. What was that? I mean, come on. I was dead. I was dead when I saw that episode. I said, "No, I'm done. I'm frigging done with this." That proper propaganda, yeah? Yo, you know what I'm saying? Didn't they only put Lando like 35?
No, I got the yeah. He was the last one to pit, so lap 34 he pitted, and then 4 laps later, that's when the safety car happened.
Oh my god!
It's he's in a sticky situation. He's got fresh tires on, so I don't know whether they were deliberating like, should he stay on? Should he stay off? Because he could have gained a lot of places, but then he might have got dunked on the restart.
That's the thing on the restart. Man said it's actually not far-fetched to compare Lando to Saka. Yo, you need to allow me, man. Saka. Oh dear. Richard says, Kwame with them Beckies. He won't answer.
No, come on, man.
What's it with the Beckies, you know? Kwame vanished when we needed him most. Yeah, for real. Kwame was all over the TL, yeah, until what's it called? When it came to talking about AlphaTauri, we couldn't find him. Yuki took out Gasly and Max. I almost threw up. I said, I'm here. What's it called? He said, the team is dry. I ain't heard that term in a long time. I said, the team is dry. Strategy and mess.
The team's a joke, man. AlphaTauri's a joke, bro.
Minardi DNA coming in again. My faith in the team is the drivers. What's France tossed? Who's even hard to sign on? No, for real. Why would you support AlphaTauri, bro? Like,
because they're Minardi old school. They're DNA, Minardi, innit?
Oh my god, they're not even a real team, man. Oh my days.
That's Italy's second team.
This is Italy's second team. You know that one. Please tell you guys have a secondary team driver you support, because this season will ruin your health. Now, for sure, it will.
I support Yuki Tsunoda, so good luck to me, innit?
Yuki Tsunoda? Why are you?
My guy, man. Yuki Tsunoda's my guy, man.
He's not about. There's one thing I know. He swears. He has an awful language. He swears a lot, and he never wants to work out. Why is he always dreading fitness? He's always dreading fitness.
Gym may not be it. He's like Montoya, innit? Don't go gym, innit? Just drive, innit? It's one of those ones.
Drive. Secondary team. If I had to have a secondary team, like I don't know where I would look. I don't know.
Hamilton's my goat. I support him and stuff like that, but I hate Mercedes, so I don't know what to do there.
You hate Mercedes?
I hate him to the max. I hate him so much, but I love Hamilton, so it's a problem.
I don't know who my second team would be. Like, I'm looking.
Do you know who my guy is?
Who's your guy?
My guy from day, Sergio Perez, man.
Yeah, Checo, man. I like Checo, man. I do
he's
like
my
Checo.
guy from day, and I want him to do well. So we'll see what happens in it.
I wonder if it will be Alpine. You know, Just on the history of like Renault, like you should have seen me, bruv, in 05, 06, when Alonso was winning them championships on Michael Schumacher. Yo, I was here for it. And especially that blue and yellow kit that they had back in the day, it would have probably been Renault. But I did like the BMW Williams as well when they were on that when they were on their crud. I did like that as well.
No, I hated. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. There was a point where I hated Alpine. I hated Renault just because of
what time?
Because of 2005, 2006.
Why?
Because of when Alonso won. Because how much time Alonso wins was just Raikkonen breaking down. The last lap on that, and I felt sick. I was like, Renault didn't even earn this win. But this is a McLaren win. Do you remember? I remember when it was Imola. You know, it was Imola the other day. The Imola race, a couple of races back here. Yeah. And then they were like, oh, we're looking back 15 years. We're looking at Fernando Alonso's battle with Michael Schumacher. Guess who was up the road winning the race and the car broke down? It was Raikkonen. That was Raikkonen's race. That was McLaren's race.
You know, that was the year when I said I'd just rather Schumacher lose than McLaren win. That I was hating. You should have seen me on the roads, bro. From 04, from 2000 to 04, 05, I was on the roads hating Ferrari, Schumacher especially, bro. I was like, you know what, bro, big man thing, yeah. You see when he crashed at Silverstone in '99?
Yeah,
I was delighted. No, big man thing. I was delighted. Man was out for the season.
You can't say that, man.
I said yes. He's fun. Listen, I was 9 years old, moving mad, bro. Watching WWE. You know what I'm saying? This is the attitude era. I grew up. This was the time where I was on for smoke. For
man said Michael Schumacher's in the wall in Silverstone. He said, "Hold that, Eddie Irvine, number one driver."
When I saw that he was in the helicopter, helicopter was like,
man did this. Man did this.
Done.
Hey.
I said, yeah, he's done. He's done. He's done.
Oh my god, man!
It's only when I'm older I realized, yo, my man went to the hospital for real, like for real.
Finished.
His legs were gone. I said, I didn't mind, bro. I
remember the next race. The next race we were in Austria, and then we were P1, P2, and then Coulthard and Hakkinen crashed into each other.
Yeah,
had to go all the way to the back, and then we bottled the race at Eddie Irvine won. Hey, allow this, man. McLaren, the old school bottlers, man. I'm tired.
Like I said, but I grew up on that attitude era,
tired,
bro.
bro.
You would die in wrestling and come back the next week.
Hey,
you get buried alive and come back.
Any McLaren fans, if you're like a new McLaren fan or whatever, or if you just want to hate on McLaren, yeah, I beg you watch European Grand Prix, Nürburgring 2005, and watch Kimi Räikkönen. 1 lap remaining. I got vibrations. Man, tire blows up. Easy Alonso win. Man's tire blew up last lap. He didn't do a Hamilton in the Silverstone where he was driving on 3 tires. Car writ off on the last lap in the Nürburgring.
05 McLaren was a year of pain. Don't get it twisted. But Ferrari did not win the title. I was delighted. I told you I'd rather Ferrari lose. That was the time I was like, I'd rather Ferrari lose.
Ferrari was mid. Fam, Ferrari was qualifying like P11. They were dead.
Yeah. They were awful, man.
What's the race they won? The race they won was the Indy race. Get out of here, man. Stat pad. These guys.
You see them, man, in Indianapolis, bro. They were not.
Bro, do you know what I found out? I heard that there was like 400,000 people there. I heard there was a crazy amount of people there. I heard there was a crazy amount of people that was at that race.
Was that the last year they had it as well?
Yeah, I think America was fuming about it.
They said, "Bun this, we're not coming to do it again." Now they got 3 races there, and there's no Indianapolis.
Bernie, come shame himself, you know. Bernie Eccleston, you know. These people are a disgrace, bro.
They're a disgrace. They're a friggin' disgrace. Oh, let me get through these comments. There's tons of them. Kwame says, not even mad at Yuki losing at the back end. It happens. It's just that it happened that Gasly was right there. Man said, anyways, my Alpine stocks are looking decent right now. Was he team Alpine, yeah?
Yeah, he's team Alpine. I'm low-key team Alpine. I'm low-key team Alpine this season as well. But now it's changed because we're battling with him. I hate him. With him now. I'm cheering that their car breaks down on
that. Don't use Van Dorn, man. Had a dead car. Compare Danny Rick to Hecky. Okay. I mean, yeah, but Van Dorn again didn't pull up. Did he? He didn't pull up any trees, but you're right. The car was dreadful. Jay Starship says, if McLaren let go of Danny Rick before Latifi is gone, oh my days. Listen, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? You know, you don't want to see Oscar versus Lando, says Richard.
Lando will pack Oscar. I'm very sure of that. So I don't know.
Definitely.
I'm very sure of that.
It was a Seb easily. You would have Sebastian Vettel in McLaren. Man had bleeding all over the gaff.
I'm in pain.
This is what we're talking about. This is when you'd finally given up, and we're talking about Sebastian Vettel getting in here as well. Seb looking like my man from Snowfall. He's for real, man.
Man look like he's the plug. He's the plug.
What was that thing?
Mexican plug.
What was that? What was that film DiCaprio did, and he got an Oscar for it? He just looked like a bear.
Blood Diamond.
The Blood Diamond.
No. Oh, we're talking about We're talking about
Reverend.
Reverend. Yeah, when he had the big beard.
Yeah,
and he slept inside the horse or something, or the cow or whatever. That one. Yeah, I know.
That's Sebastian Vettel, man. That's where he's moving. He used to chop that off, man. When you chop that off, we can roll through.
I said he's a nature man.
Man moving like school level 2 all over cuts. Yo, school used to do me dirty, bro, with the level that I had to put the haircut.
Ron Dennis is a sicko who used to regulate the team's haircuts. Is he okay? He brings more aerodynamics, bro. You know what I mean? Just more lead. Man, keep me out here with ball edge, you know. He's sick.
Not even a cheeky 05 fade, you know what I'm saying? A 0.5, you know what I'm saying? At least. So needs a boosie trim for the culture. A boosie trim, you know.
Young fade.
Jay Starship says Hamilton got fastest lap in a tractor. Like, he got the fastest lap, bro. Like, he did finish on the fastest lap. He got like 16 points over the weekend. Nathan says only circuit where it's never raining is Yas Marina. Nah, for real. That's true, bro. I might have to go out to Dubai, bro. But then again, or help Abu Dhabi. But then again, like, I don't know. You been down there?
Well, I used to live out there when I was young.
I used to live out there. I hear the Brits move brazy down there, though. I hear when they see a Brit where they're on form, because us, you know, the Brits have no good reputation anywhere they go.
Oh, come on, man. You know how it goes, man.
Always calls them a Mazine, bro.
I'll be like, brother. I'll be speaking like them, man.
Them ones, right. Yeah, straight in.
They don't know. I'm assimilated. I'm assimilated with the regulars. I'm dressing like a chef, bro. Don't worry about it.
That's it, yeah, boy. You know the ones. What's it called? Nathan says gonna set you back $5 bills. What's that? What's it gonna say? Oh, you what? That's Marina. I'll ban that. Yeah. It's gonna set me 5. In fact, I know a guy. Yeah, I know a Don. He's like a director of Legoland in Abu Dhabi. Yeah, goes to F1 every year. Doesn't like F1. Fuming.
What the hell? No, you know what's so funny? My cousins that live out there, they go there. They've said they've been to several races because they go for the concert. They don't even watch the race.
That's what I'm saying.
I said, what are you talking about? They don't even watch the race. That man said they're just watching cars go around. I'm like, yo, run me a ticket.
Yeah, you need to move. Like, you know what I'm saying? My head is going through a crisis. Says Poochie Head. Big up Poochie Head. What's going on? That thumbnail, that avatar always throws me off, bro. That is a wild one, man. Uzair says Ferrari are making this season boring. If they took their chances, we'd be seeing an epic fight with Red Bull. Instead, Red Bull just capitalized on Ferrari's bozo moments. That's what we like to hear. Listen, Uzair, this is what we want, okay? Don't worry, Mercedes will finish second, don't worry. What we witnessed yesterday was politics. As you said, what you witnessed yesterday was politics. Big up. And Poochie Head says spot on with Jay Starship's point there as well. Nathan says Bonotto got paid off differently yesterday.
Yes, Carlos Sainz Sr.
You know them was, yeah. You know them was there. Hysterical, hope you're good, hope you're well. Guys, I'm back, baby. Don't know, big up yourself. Everybody smash the like button on this video. Thank you for everybody that's watching. There's been tons of you lot here, and we've been going on for an hour and 40 minutes. We've got to start wrapping this up. PB says the question is why favor science? Like, what benefit does that bring? It's
sometimes it's stuff that we don't see as fans.
That's the thing.
It could be the way he interacts with the people that are there. It could be some sort of like leadership that's shown. It's stuff that's we're not privy to.
Yeah,
as fans, it's stuff. It's like work relationships. There's some people that are more favored at work than others, even though somebody's better at the job than the other person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's stuff that we don't really know about. This is like stuff that's coming out. I heard Peter Windsor talking about it quite a lot. He's been talking about it for ages. Since that Sainz is a bit more favoured over there politically. So I don't know what's going on over there, but it's a bit of a sticky one still.
I got time for Peter Windsor. I'm gonna delve into some of his content, see what he's saying. Uzair says Ferrari doesn't deserve Leclerc. They are wasting his career. He's way better than 4 wins. He's a good driver,
man. He might need to be eyeing up that that Mercedes seat. If Hamilton retires, he needs to be doing something.
You know them ones. If Leclerc leaves, that team Binotto gonna be exposed big time.
No, man. This is Ferrari, man. They always got a big name signing out somewhere, man.
That's the thing. They'll pluck signings from somewhere.
You'll say, if they lose Kimi, they're gonna F up. If they lose Alonso, they're gonna F up. They just keep collecting another guy. If they lose Schumacher, they just keep collecting another guy. They'll just get a star guy anytime.
Yeah, no, it's true. That is true. PB says Charles' last podium was Miami.
That stinks.
That's a howler. That's a friggin' howler.
That's beginning of May, you know. When July.
That is a stinker. The United States, Miami. Holy smokes, that's a stinker. Beginning of May, bruv, for sure. Right at the beginning of May. The Premier League season was still going. Jay Stark says something is off here there too. Yeah, it's smelly. Jay, something is smelling over there. I'm telling you. Stroll is your boy, man. Says Richard.
I dropped all stocks, man. I was doing financial fraud.
Hang on, you had stocks in Stroll.
Don't worry about it. I was doing fraud. I mean,
now, do you know what it is, yeah? Listen, the thing I always said about Stroll at the beginning, the dude is young. Like, I remember thinking, like, he is young.
He's like the third youngest on the grid or something stupid.
Like, he's young. You know what I'm saying? And I said, okay, just watch. He's young. But anyway, need a Stroll poll for the vibes. You know what I'm saying? Where's Turkey, blood? You know what I'm saying? Bring back Turkish Grand Prix, boy. Give us the rain. Give us that Stroll poll. You know what I'm saying? Where he was cooking up. Richard says, but he needs to step it up, though. Lance Stroll. Yeah, he does. He definitely does. But as long as the dad's in town, he ain't going nowhere. That's the thing. He's got that confidence. He's got no pressure to be leaving. Uzair says Norris needs to target that Mercedes seat when Hamilton retires.
Uzair, we'll need you to delete that comment. Uzair, we'll need you to delete that comment. That doesn't even need to be in the atmosphere. Come on, man.
We don't need that in the realms. We don't need that in the realms. Peter, my bro, McLaren F Lewis so many times in 2012. Listen, I know.
We knew. You knew. I knew in 2012. The amount of times he retired from the lead, I said, this guy's a goner. I said, this guy is a goner.
You're not wrong, is there? You're not wrong.
I would leave.
You said I would leave. Yeah, I was so angry with McLaren that year. Because it was like, why can't we finish a race, blood? Like, why?
We had the fastest car.
We fully had the fastest car.
That's one of the only seasons where the fastest car didn't win.
Yeah,
it's rare, when the fastest car don't win.
Do you know what? Yeah, do you know what's funny about Red Bull? Yeah, now that Vettel's not there, I actually don't mind them. Like, I don't think relevant. I didn't like. I hated Red Bull and went in with Vettel only because they just won everything. And when they were shaky warrior, they still won the championship, which was annoying. But if Lando goes to Red Bull, I'm like, you know what? That's the most to you, bruv. Off you go.
That's the most realistic destination. To be fair, they've been caught in it for how long, man? Every Helmut Marko talks about too much about it.
Could you imagine Max and Lando? I mean, that's a car crash waiting to happen.
Yeah, we'll have to just see what happens, isn't it?
No pun intended. Rubinho back in the building. Big up yourself, my G. Top 6 for the Tangerines. This guy. Let's go, lads. You sent Max to the conference. We love that. Let's say you sent Max to the conference. Obviously Ferrari fan. Rubinho, you know how it is, bro. Like they're gonna flop the base. Them men are gonna finish third. Ferrari are finishing third. You heard me say it on July 4th. Yeah, to any American out there. Yeah, big up yourselves on this day. Jay Starship says, yeah, why did he start on hards? Like, what the F? He's talking about George Russell.
Because he's trying to do safety. He's trying to do safety car judge, bro. That's the only reason.
Bring the safety.
If I start pulling up who started on softs, I swear there's barely any people that started on softs. I don't know what if he was trying to do big brain or what, because I don't get it.
No, that is two friggin' jokes. That is 2 jokes. I don't know why he would do that. Nathan, whilst you're checking out, Nathan says man was dropping faster slaps like he was popping champers in Central. It was nuts. Talking about Lewis Hamilton. Of course. Kwame says, to be fair, George even said he didn't have the pace and his qualifying didn't help either. I wonder what it would have been like in the dry. I wonder
Why
what
did he have
been
the
like.
pace?
Yeah, that's a good question. Why ain't the pace? Hold tight, Marts. Hope you're good. Hope you're doing well. But the Marshall would have been 20 plus seconds in Lewis's position.
I ain't calling Russell the Marshal. Don't kill me, man. You're sicko.
Why is he calling you the Marshal? Oh my days. Oh my days. That's too funny, man.
He's a wronger for that.
That is too funny. Rabia says, also, I can't lie. If Merckx keeps flopping him, so Lewis may need a transfer request. Nah, man. Robin, you're playing games here. Let me see. Where's Lewis Hamilton in the championship? He's 6th place with 93 points. Russell's on 111. Sainz is on 127. Yeah, Russell's in big trouble. Don't you worry.
What the hell? When did that happen?
Yeah,
bro. Yeah, when did he get so close to?
93 and then 111, and Carlos Sainz is 127. Listen, man, just watch this space. Just watch this space. Russell, I'll tell you what, Robin.
Hamilton wins the race. He's in it.
Robin, what's his name? Charles Leclerc will be handing in a transfer request. Don't you worry about that, my friend. Only person on the circuit man can't make a second driver is Max. The only person that he can't make a second driver is Max. Yeah, I mean, Max is ferocious. Like, it's outrageous, his pace. How are McLaren almost at the cost cap with barely any upgrades?
Because we're paying a salary to an Australian that gets no points.
Game out, bro. Like, what are we doing, bro? Like, we're spunking money, bro. We're just literally just saying, you know what?
And I know the salary is not part of the cost cap. I'm still blaming
it. We'll blame it, bro. I'll blame it as well, bro. What? To be fair, PB says, Checo was still having neck pains and issues from the last race, so it wasn't even 100%. Science is such a fraud. Fraudulencia.
Checo should have dunked at his head top, man.
Yeah, Checo needs to dunk, man. That would have been so good. It would have been so good to have.
Man went from last 20 seconds behind to a win. Oh my god, I would have been waxing lyrical for months.
You know the ones. Yo, people, we got to wrap this up. Yeah, you lot have been throwing mad comments. Let me try and catch up. Yeah, there's a big up to everybody watching. There's over 20 of you watching right now. Big up yourself. Do smash the like button, please, on this stream as we are talking through, as I whiz through. Big up Stephen W. What's happening, my brother? Can we get another Silverstone race before the end of the season? For real, Silverstone for me, was lit. It was lit. I was saying this morning on the street. I was like, yo, boom.
Ross Brawn did a blinder, man. These Red
Bull,
that race is better than last year's race. 100%.
Yeah.
Had better racing.
Yeah. It was a bloody good race, man. To everybody that watched it live, big up yourselves. Over 400,000 of you. Yeah, for sure though. Can we get a friggin' another Silverstone race? I'm all down for it. Are we laughing at Nikita? Maybe Russian clouds are different. Everyone and their mum knew it was raining, you egg. Honestly, that episode, brother, it needs to go down in the Hall of Fame of the worst episode ever produced by Netflix. Oxy just says, anyone who said the regulations haven't worked was put to shame yesterday. Those 10 laps were some of the closest racing I've ever witnessed. Last year's cars would have overheated in 2 laps. Absolutely. The racing yesterday justified the regulations for sure. For sure. Spot on.
Beautiful. I've had to listen for the last 2 weeks of people saying the regs don't work.
Yeah, for real. People have been saying that.
There you go.
Well, here we are. Here we are. Uzair says AlphaTauri were cool when they were called Toro Rosso and had the 2017-19 livery. Now they're mid. Was it 2019 or 2018's livery? Woo! Delicious. It was delicious. But you know, they had to come away from that Red Bull stigma. But yeah, I like both liveries, to be fair. I don't mind them. Make your second team just a vibes team like the Alfa Romeo.
We're not doing Sauber. I'm not on that.
Second team would be Audi. Ferrari. Second team would be Audi if they patterned up. Hold tight, equal yet different. Big up yourself for joining me again today after joining me this morning. And Cameron Peter says, man, Lando's back could support a Carnival cruise ship. The floats, yeah.
Proper carriage.
Man said they could probably do that, you know. Mark says, Maha defo undercover Red Bull fan, but streets are too hot for him to admit it.
Red Bull are not relevant.
They're not relevant. Why are they not relevant?
I'll say they're not relevant team. You know how some people they're like, oh, I hate Red Bull, I hate da 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 da. They're not relevant to me. I still see them as Cosworth. They're Jaguar Cosworth. They're not relevant to me. So why would I be an RB fan? They're Jaguar Cosworth, bro.
What the green HBC? Yeah.
Win some more constructor titles, then I'll consider a transfer. I would be more Williams fan than a bloody Red Bull fan. I'm a fan of their drivers. Me being a fan of their drivers doesn't mean I'm a fan of their organization. I just don't think
whole team.
Remember
when they first jumped in the scene, they were just like they were circus. It was just
when they had Coulthard in that.
Coulthard in them
clowns, man. Clown team, man. In my head, I still pictured them like that. I still picture them.
Is it? Like you still picture that, yeah?
But then I rate their drivers.
Yeah, their drivers.
I rate Adrian Newey because Adrian Newey has been a mantelpiece in Formula One for how long? That doesn't mean I'm a undercover RB fan. They're irrelevant. That's not me. Oh, come on, man, stop that shit, man. I support a heritage team here.
Kwame says, I rate the drivers and the whole academy vibe with them ones since they go Red Bull. I couldn't care less. Since they go Red Bull, I couldn't care less. Okay, I guess the drivers you're talking about.
That's what I'm saying. So Kwame's on my vibe. They're not relevant. So they can go there. I don't care. They're not a threat to man. Is a Red Bull a threat to me in terms of will they have a better heritage and history than McLaren or Ferrari? No. They've got a long way to go. Mercedes is a threat, not Red Bull.
No. Right, let me wrap up these guys. We've got to bounce, man. Honestly, it's 10 p.m. almost. Steven said, people got lives, you know them ones. People got families, okay? We've got people to attend to. Steven says that's Formula One cars were super badass. That's one Formula One cars were super badass. What's he referring to? What are you referring to, Steve? Let me know what you're talking about in the comments section. PB says, if you lot like Checo, just make your team Red Bull, man. You guys will be loving life every week. Listen, Checo used to ride for us. You know them ones. We got some history with Checo. That's what you forget. Like Red Bull, man. There's too much going on, man. There's too much mess going on over there at Red Bull. Like if you take away the drivers alone and then you look at the rest of the team, you don't want nothing. You don't want no part of it. There's just too much going on. Balances out the stress of McLaren. I mean, I don't know, man. Yuki's just vibes, man. Straight passion with driving, no gym, no nothing from the heart.
That's what I love that, man. Driving with his heart.
He drives with his heart.
Yeah,
that is too funny. I've never seen a guy who hates fitness. I've never seen it, bro. Oh my days. Uzair says Alfa Romeo is my second team right now because the car is gorgeous. He's loving the look. 2005 Alonso reliability stat padding. I mean, champion, isn't it? Like, yeah, for real. But I hear your point. Them Alonso titles have 99% Michael and Kimi having reliability issues taxed. But what about the titles that Alonso hasn't won? This man should be a 5-time world champion, man.
Yeah, but then technically, Alonso is one of the rare drivers that have won in a slower car twice. Championship.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man. Listen, give him his flowers, man. Give him his flowers. Laughing my ass off. Equal but different says, yeah, but second team probably AlphaTauri. Okay, AlphaTauri, people giving him some love. Canadian Gringo said, I said this last time, if he keeps going, we're going into administration by 2025.
Said we're doing a Derby County, you know?
We're doing a Derby County.
Oh, my Lord.
What's it called? Peter says, Uzair says, Peter about to get cancelled.
Is that your Schumacher comment? That's your Schumacher comment, man.
Listen, bro, I was 9, innit? You know, man
was 9. Peter, the light of that man crashing. I'm crashing.
Man's a man of God, Peter, you know. Listen, I was 9. I wasn't a man of God then. I was 9, straight up. Like I said, I watched Undertaker bury people alive and they'll come back next week. I did not think Schumacher was like, in a hospital bed. You know them ones?
No, I hate Ferrari. Bro, do you know what the second F1 race I ever watched in my life? Oh, they're young as well.
Go on.
Yeah. Jerez, Jack Villeneuve. Michael Schumacher.
You know what it's
I saw terrorism in 4K. I said Ferrari can go to hell. I remember them times. It was all over the news. He had the court hearing in Slough, FIA offices in Slough. He was finished. This was main news, you know. This is like proper like ITN news.
No.
That this guy's committed terrorism acts on a Ferrari allowed it. So,
Man,
Ferrari can go to hell from that point.
Listen, Steven knows, bro. Dude, I grew up hating Ferrari because of Michael Schumacher. LOL, that dude killed me. Let me tell you, bro. I was the biggest heel for that man. You know, I only turned face for this guy when I watched the documentary. Obviously, when he went into a coma. But when I watched the documentary, I was like, yo, this is mad.
But this guy's crazy. You put in a hell of work.
Yeah, you look at the dirt he's put in. I'm thinking, you know what? Respect. 7-time champion, respect. That's what I'll say at the end. Respect to him, no doubt. Yeah. It's so bad. I almost caught myself supporting Ferrari. That's a mazine. When you're seeing them titles come year after year after year, you know what I'm saying? Steven said that's why I'm such a big Mika Hakkinen fan. Listen, you see me and Mika Hakkinen, bruv. Yeah, that is one of my you know what I'm saying, one of my fathers. You know what I'm saying? Mika Hakkinen.
He packed in the goat. He packed him in,
bruv. 2 years as well. Yeah,
packed him in.
Yeah.
If it weren't for reliability, it would have been 3 years. 2000.
Poochie Head says, can't believe Eddie Irvine actually had McLaren fans shivering. Nah, for real.
We're moving up bozos. We're crashing into each other. What's Coulthard doing, man? Not enough, man.
Oh my god. Honestly. 2005, when you could only change one tire, that rule was a joke.
We had aggregate qualifying, man. And then they scrapped it.
Allow me, man. Yo, man. I said, I asked myself, look at this, Steven. That's when Ferrari was the evil empire. No, for real. Evil. Mika Hakkinen was my Jedi Knight. Totally.
I think it's the other way around, to be fair. We were the evil empire.
Yeah. You think we're the evil one?
We were the serious guys.
Hold tight, David, man. Big at yourself, my G. Obviously, usually comes on this channel every now and again. Gonna watch the replay, but walk on for the protesters. Are they all right in the head? You see these protesters, yeah? Flipping out.
Yeah, they want to get licked down, you know.
You know what I'm saying?
You've got a man like Max Verstappen on the track. You want to be laying down on the track. You must
go to. I swear the man protests at Westminster. Go over there, man. Go to the House of Commons. You know what I'm saying? Plot yourself there. Coming out on track. Bun that, man. Move, man.
Hey, Marks, I've seen that comment. Go to hell, man.
What's Mark say?
That last comment.
The very last one. Bro. Let's see what's he saying. Man said, ITN, how old were you?
go to hell, bro. I was a you.
Listen, man don't know about ITN, you know.
I was so young.
You don't know what they don't know. Man said, Mika, yep, you done now. Seb with a boozy trim. I lie. How hilarious. Uzair says Vettel needs to bring back that 2018 trim for the banter. What the fade? Is he talking about the fade, blood? That fade Vettel, you know, in the Ferrari.
That was not fade, man. That was just
one fade
next to another section of hair. There was no connection. There was no fading into anything.
It was a bowl, blood. Poochie Head's thumbnail reminds me of Into the Barrier. If you know, you know. One for the OGs. Into the Barrier.
I don't remember that.
I gotta search that. Jay Starship says Science brought Santander. Oh, word?
Yeah, he brings sponsors, man. He's backed by Santander. He's brought by Estrada. He's bringing bare money to Ferrari. You know, he's bringing more sponsors than.
Why did I think Santander were there already? Okay, that's weird.
No, Santander is their first year. They were there before, but it's their first year back.
Okay. Poochie had said, I would love to have seen Carlos Sainz Sr. with Lewis's and Perez's dad watching their sons on the podium. In the fields for sure. I loved having him at McLaren. I'm guessing we're talking about
Perez.
Hot take, says Canadian Gringo. Leclerc to McLaren to replace Danny Ricciardo. That duo would be lethal if have a decent car as well. Shall. Equally different says man was cleaning money on Stroll.
Don't worry about why I had Stroll stock. Don't worry about it. There'll be a documentary.
Watch Ferrari put Danny Rick in a seat and start winning races. The day. That
would be hilarious.
That would be funny though. I can't lie. I'd have to hold that L, no doubt about it. I'd have to hold that L, no problem. Equally at different says that 2012 season was what I thought would happen to Red Bull this season. Just fast and then ending at the end. You know the ones. Uzair says, I'm watching the 2012 season review. McLaren had so many pit stops in the first half of the season. It's unreal. I need to go watch that season. It'll hurt me, but I need to watch it still. I'm not going to lie. Jay Starship says, I'm American.
Shout out to America.
Hold tight to the Americans. You get me? Big up to all the Americans watching in right now. Oxy says, Ocon finally getting some of that Alonso luck. I lie. Nah, for real. I got time.
He's in danger, you know. He had a 30-point lead, man. He's about to blow it, bro.
He's about to blow that lead, boy. Steven says, I only root for Red Bull when Mercedes is winning 7 titles in a row. Steven, I hear that, blood. People were telling me, yeah, like man's anti-black, yeah, and anti-Hamilton and whatever, because I wanted Verstappen to win the title last year, purely on the fact that I wanted the battle. I wanted the Formula One battle. This idea that I'm watching silver arrow after silver arrow after silver arrow winning championships. Nah, I was done. I was sick and tired of it.
I've always said this. I've always said this. I wish Hamilton had 6 world titles at Mercedes, and Mercedes has 0 constructors. I proper wish that was a reality.
That's it right there. I'm with you. I said Google ain't cutting the check for the hubcaps.
Yeah, run me the peas, man. Yo, Android, man. How much sponsors you got? And then we're hitting that budget cap.
The amount of times I keep thinking it's a pride thing. Whenever I see it, like, I'm always thinking it's a pride thing, and I have to check back and be like, nah, that's them Google man there. Uzair saying to Uzair, you know about Horsey? Okay, so he caught it then. Legendary series. Horsey. Right. These cars, let's wrap up, guys. Let's wrap up. It's 2 hours now. We banged on 2 hours. We're going to wrap up. These cars can be good. They just need to be smaller and lighter. That's all I ask. Yeah, they are getting a bit too wedge. You know what I'm saying? If you can bring it down a little bit, boom.
Bring back V10s, bring them smaller.
You know?
That's it.
V10s
biofuel. So they're net zero.
You know?
So you're not complaining about
exactly.
I don't want to hear no ERS or any electrical systems anymore, man. Just V10.
Uzair said Red Bull tastes like piss. I ain't supporting that. Yo, but we got the Monster Gang, or whatever your choice of drink is, bro.
And listen, you can't be in the club getting Monster and vodka.
Yo, I see Donny's getting Monster and bro, I've seen man them get Monster and vodka, yeah, and then at the heart is beating at 150 beats per minute. You see, they got the Apple Watch on the Fitbit, yeah, it is pumping like the heart itself.
You know that Donny from White Chicks when he's got the show for the whistles.
Yeah.
That's what a man are doing basically.
Yo, them men are moving mad. I'm hearing certain sources. Checo's dad and Coulthard were caught dancing at the Pride event evening.
Yeah, they were there, man. They were out here, man.
Knee deep in it, bro.
Checo's dad's everywhere, man. He's a PR merchant, bro.
What right? You have to make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Why Red Bull keep catching strays, you heritage merchants?
Nah, man. Well, I know we're heritage merchants, but you men are not relevant, man.
Protesters were so lucky that the red flag, if they were racing, imagine. Nah, that man need to bounce, blood. I don't care what your cause is, bro. Move, man. Pucci says, I guarantee you knowing how passionate he is after both AlphaTauris collided. Franz Tost was ready to swing at the random pit crew member. Yo, Franz Tost.
Do you know what? Yuki, that was a good move. That was a good move, but he didn't pull it off, man.
He's a maniac.
Gasly, why are you getting pressure stuck on you, man? Yuki, that's a bit nuts still.
He's a maniac, brother. Last couple of comments. We got Jay Starship saying thank you for the stream, guys. Wouldn't have blamed him, of course. Wouldn't have blamed him either. V12 and V10 better than the boring V6 vacuum cleaners. Listen, anything is better than Formula E. Man, them try to tell me to watch Formula E, blood. Yeah, I watched one race at XL Center. First of all, it's in the XL. That's problem number one. Problem number two is what on earth am I hearing? Huh?
I'm saying Dysons. I'm hearing you know when you get a tissue stuck in a Dyson.
Man's hearing
the thing is, Formula E is in London again. They're doing a back-to-back in it. So
man need to allow it, bro.
Should I go there? Man, go to Docklands, man. Man, go to Conference Centre, bro.
It's light work on a DLR. But what I'm saying is, why on earth? Like, why am I putting my hands in the dryer and I'm thinking of Formula E cars? No, bro. We can't have this. Big up to Uzair. You don't know. Take care, guys. Big up to Pucci. Head. See you guys. Big up PB. Big up everybody. But yeah, thanks for the stream, guys. Catch you later. Awesome show, guys. Good times. Listen, big up all the McLaren people in and around town and all of you guys that love supporting this channel. Please do smash the like button as you leave. And remember to just spread the word. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Austria next week, bro. Austria
back to back McLaren Fan TV.
Yeah, you know them ones. Back to back McLaren Fan TV. So we'll be back next week. This time it will be on Tuesday. Yeah, are we good with Tuesday 7 p.m. next week?
Peace. Yeah, so Tuesday 7 p.m. we'll be back.
Cool. We'll be back then. I went to the one in Battersea Park. I left.
All right, man. Fully, man. I know what you're trying to do, but it ain't hitting, man.
It's a mad L. Big up everybody locked in. Listen, again, mixed bag for McLaren people. Lando running the show as per usual. And Danny Rick, finally, Mahad says it's time. It's time to go. Big up, Claude. Until next week, people. We'll catch you out there. Peace.
Peace.